Players at the ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? On my release.
Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Good afternoon, air hockey fans. You're coming in live watching the Scott Arnold versus Mat Bentley game. This is number 5 in Idaho versus number 6 in Idaho, and this game is right about to take on its own personality. We're about to start this off right here. Hang tight while the players come up to the table.
All right. They're just shy out of camera right now, so I'll be joined with Nathan Buss. My name is Spec, and I'll be one of your hosts. So Nathan is going to be out there reffing our game, inside and outside. All right, here we go. First game of the set. And look at that beautiful, beautiful get from Scott. And that first point goes off to Scott.
Ooh, Scott's having a hard time keeping control of the puck there. Sets it up, goes for the right wall. Deflected, Matt takes possession. Loses possession almost instantly. Ooh, another goal. Scott, left wall.
So our shot of the week is the right wall over. What do you think about that, Nathan? Who's going to get the most right wall overs?
So Matt does a lot of overs. That's one of his main shots. It's one of his signature shots. But Scott has done them a ton with both hands. So I actually think, if I had to make a guess, I would say Matt's going to do more of them. But I think that Scott's going to actually score more, if that makes sense. Ooh,
Right
Matt
now
steals possession.
It's 3-1 for Scott right now. And I think Scott has a better lead than Matt right now. Do you think Matt will recover and get his stride back?
Matt usually does. So this is an age-old game that's happened a lot. Scott, he has come up in Idaho really fast. He learned really, really quickly. Ooh, beautiful right wall under from Matt. But
there's a right wall over.
There's a right wall over. Is scored by Scott, putting the score 4-2, now 4-3. It's just back to back. So I think that Scott is going to, get a lead at the start, and then Matt's gonna cue into that. One of the big things about air hockey is being able to adjust. Ooh, there's a right wall over again.
Right
You see that?
wall over from Matt this time, bringing up both of them for 2 right wall over shots. We got Tim Genevis in the chat.
Nice.
Oh, another right wall over.
It's now 5-4. Scott with the lead in this first game. This is gonna be best 2 out of 3 sets.
There's so many right wall overs coming out. I can't keep track of them right now, Nathan.
It's right now 5-5. Oh, Matt goes for the rush and actually misses it, but then Scott doesn't score the goal. Gets it back. Oh, there it is.
That cut shot brings up to game point for Matt right now.
Matt, after a 2-point deficit. Oh, now it is game point.
6-6 timeout.
Matt takes a timeout. I think it was a good time for a timeout. I will say Matt does a lot of timeouts on the 6-6.
Yeah.
But I think his success rate for a timeout on a 6-6 is pretty low. So I don't know. Have you seen a lot of success from Matt on a timeout on a 6-6?
I think it happens every time. He just tries to throw your rhythm off. And here we go. Maybe the final shot. And it's the right wall.
It is. He got it. Fantastic shot by Matt there. He pulls it up, brings it straight center, and hits it from the right side of the mallet, taking his very first win. So now it is 1-0. You can see the top of the screen there. Matt's got 1 bar showing that he's won 1 game. If he wins 4 games, he's going to have 1 set. The winner of 2 sets finishes off this entire challenge match. Next game is coming at you right now.
Alright. I don't think they're going to get any minute breaks here. So we're just going to jump straight back into the other game. Game number 2. We'll start in just a moment. Alright. If you just got here, Matt won a 7-6 game against Scott on the first game. So this is the second game coming out to you, and Scott gets that first possession and point again on that break off. There was just nothing Matt could do right there, but now that was surprising how Scott got in that first point. It just like flubbed in, right?
It did. You know, Matt was there, but I feel like sometimes the slowest shots are the sneakiest ones, right? Ooh, Matt takes possession. It's right now 0-1. Scott steals it back, goes for a right wall. Oh, Matt touches it barely, but still doesn't retain it. Scott keeping possession. Goes for a left wall, beautiful shot. Not left wall, it was a cross, right? Was that a cut? A cross, left-handed cross from Scott there. Matt goes for a double, tries again for a double, loses possession. Scott sets it up, it's now 0-2. Ooh, and he got the point. It's now 0-3. We got Bridget in the chat cheering for Matt. We got Tim in the chat cheering for Scott. Scott gets possession back again. That is not a time to lose possession for Matt.
Oh, what a great charge from Matt, and that puck almost flies off.
Kept
it stays in the game. And now we'll go flip over, and now it back in play.
Is he, I mean, so right now, is it going to be 1-3 or is it going to be 4-0?
Oh,
Let's see what Scott does with it. Scott steals possession. He could put it to 4-0 right now. Oh, he almost takes advantage of the rush.
Scott is just pounding in that right wall right now against Matt. And Matt is just trying to charge for it too much.
Well, you saw Matt go for the right wall over there, but it was, taken.
Oh, the left wall from Scott. No shot from Matt.
Ooh, double from Matt, and he loses possession again. That's the third double that he's attempted. 2 of the 3 he's lost possession. No points gained from a double shot, or a 1-2 as they call it.
This is a pretty long volley here for both players.
Matt sets it up, goes to the right wall. It goes mid though. Loses possession again.
I think that was like an over, but Scott blocked the over.
It was sort of mid, and that's the problem. I mean, Matt should be either aiming for the left side of the goal or right. If he's going for mid, it's always going to be blocked.
Oh, right there, another missed right wall over.
That was a good right wall over attempt. Scott blocked it though. Scott sets it up, goes for that right wall under, take it back. No score has been had in the last minute or so.
I think it's been like 3 minutes since the score has happened.
But I mean, Matt stopped the bleeding at least, right? So he was bleeding out this game, and at least he slowed it down.
It seems like Scott has a good trend of staying in the lead in the first half.
Matt takes possession, goes for the right wall unders, block, goes for the double, blocked again. Scott takes possession.
A great charge from Matt.
And he gets possession back.
That was a strong possession. Tries to do the 1-2.
Another 1-2 and it's blocked. He goes for the rush. he's, you know, it's funny. So far, Scott's not beaten him on the charge. Like Scott's not scored on him, but Matt's either blocked it or completely missed it. Either way, Scott hasn't taken advantage of that charge yet.
What will Scott do? Oh, he almost got it in.
Another attempt that he could have got it in when Matt charged. Matt, that charging it.
Oh,
no!
And the self-score for the 1-3 right now.
Oh,
And left wall
immediate
under.
left wall shot from Scott. Scott retains possession, sets it up. Is he going to put this to 1-5? Last game was 6-6, and this game we're already seeing just such a big deficit that Matt's looking at right now.
Oh, and there's that left wall over.
Beautiful shot.
Bring it up to 1-5. Matt is in big trouble right now. He needs some points on the board. There's that
There
right
it is.
wall over. A little fake out from Matt. Still retains possession, luckily. Scott does not charge out with that.
Beautiful right wall under there.
wall
All right, Matt's
under.
coming back now. It's 3-5. Is he going to make it back? He did last game, but he only had a 2-point deficit, not a 4-point deficit. Matt steals possession. Can he bring it up to 4-5?
Matt just has some great blocks right now. It's just incredible how long he can just stay in the game. You know, they say it's not over. If it's over, it's not over, right?
He's a brick house.
He is. He's looking more like a brick wall right now. With all red. And,
he almost had that.
Oh,
there it
the
is.
right
Right
wall
wall over.
over.
The shot of the day. 3-6. It's now game point for Scott. Is Scott going to get his first win, or is Matt going to take this back, getting 4 points in a row?
tries to transition over to Matt's goal, but doesn't work out. Matt is just trying to get that right wall over, and
This is Scott's chance right here.
this
Is
is
he
a
going to
pretty
take this
stressful
game?
game. It's not even 7-6.
Oh, there it
and
is.
the
Left
final
wall.
shot comes out with a left wall over.
Beautiful game. And now it's one game apiece. And you can see he just kind of punched it forward on that shot. Beautiful game.
All right, are you gonna set them back up? Wow, wow, wow. One game each for both players. Now that was a really bad start for Matt. I mean, he did win on the first game, but it was also close. So I don't know, this turnout might be in the favor for Scott. Alright. Got referee Nathan out there wiping out the table. Alright guys, almost there. Trying to get my replays working. If you got any more predictions about this game, please put them out in the comments. Who's on the betting side for Matt, or who's on the betting side for Scott? I know some of Matt's family is in here, and maybe some of Scott's family is in here too. But we'll see who comes out on the top of the mountain. Here we go. Game number 3, the face-off. Oh, and Matt gets possession on their play tracker. Oh, and the first score goes to Matt. Alright. So this is the game number 3, Nathan. What do you think about what will happen on this game? Matt got the first point. Would that boost him up to the lead?
Beautiful cut.
That cut was beautiful.
It's hard to say because Matt has You know, Matt's so interesting. He's been playing for quite a few years now, about 2.5 years, 3 years. And one thing about him is that, you know, he analyzes the game really well. At the same time, sometimes he just has an off day, right? We all have an off day. And so it depends on his energy level. When he's at his highest energy peak, he can just crush anybody in his path. If his energy runs out, he goes downhill very quickly, right? And so, oh, another great cut. It's now 2-1. Matt goes for a barrage, loses possession.
Oh man, that was a great point from Scott. Seems like Scott is getting him on that cross a lot. Oh man, that was an awesome shot from Matt.
4-1 now. No, 4-2.
You see, Scott is doing that little fake out, little love pumps. Try to fake out Matt and try to get him out in the open.
Scott sets it up, goes for the shot. It almost gets stolen by Matt. He tries rushing it again. This time Scott tries to bait him and loses possession.
He just flubs that puck back into his own goal. An unforced error. Strong right wall coming out from Matt.
Scott takes it back, sets it up.
Great shot
nails
from
it.
Scott. I think it's
No, it's 5-3 right now.
5-3.
Scott sets it up again. He's had a lot of possession time this game, if you've noticed. A beautiful shot,
that
nails
cross
it.
is just nailing Matt right now.
And there
and
it is, a final shot.
And it's an unforced error. Oh, it was all too late there. So that brings Scott up to 2-1, and that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad for Matt.
I think that, here's the thing. Is it going to put Matt into a bad mindset? Because that's what could easily happen right now, is he could get discouraged and not want to play, right? Not want to show up. If he feels like he should be winning this game and isn't, then it could really get in his head. So the question is Matt going to use this as a force and get himself all hyped up to crush, or is he going to get in his head and say, I can't do this, what's wrong with me, what am I doing? Which we've all had that. We've all had that moment when we think, you know what, I should be winning this, I'm not, and it makes you extra angry. If you lose to a game that you're supposed to lose, it doesn't feel that bad, right? It's disappointing. But it's when you lose to a game that you shouldn't lose, right? If a brand new player's against you and you start losing, it gets way more frustrating. So we'll see what happens with Matt here.
Heard it from the man. Well, I think Matt is just in his warm-up phase, and he'll start chugging along and get that steam rolling on Scott here pretty soon.
Like Seabiscuit, you think he's gonna come back?
Seabiscuit. Yeah, he needs some coal in his system, you know? Get that train rolling. Oh, you just pressed... You just... Just give it a moment. Alright, a little technical difficulty there. I think Nathan just hit the reset button on our PC, so... but we're back. Gotta use the hard... Alright, here we go.
ready? Yeah. Are you ready? Game starts on my release.
Looks like Scott got possession. And Matt gets the first point. Okay.
Scott sets it up again. It's now 1-1. No, 2-1. Scott just scores a point.
There we go. You gotta be careful when you're plugging this up to the PC because you just hit the reset button. So that almost screwed us. But we're back.
Sorry.
Now that was a great right while over from Matt there, isn't there, Nathan?
Is it? It's what 3 to? Oh no, it is now 3 to 2.
3 to 2 from that right while under.
Beautiful shot. Matt sets it up. See, I think that Seabiscuit's about to happen right here. I think that Matt's taking his time. He's studied 2 games, right? He's lost 2 games and it's played 3 total.
Good
now he's studied up.
from Matt there.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna lose this game right here. Let's see if Scott can adjust though. So one thing I've noticed is that Matt has had a lot of experience adjusting, and recently we've been watching a lot of Scott games, and he adjusts, but he takes a little bit longer to adjust than maybe Matt would. So if Matt's able to adjust quicker, Matt's gonna win this game. If Scott's able to adjust faster than Matt can, then Scott's got this game in a bag. Matt sets up, ooh, goes for an instant release. It's actually blocked though twice. It looks like Scott's wise to the Matt's fast shots. Oh, Scott almost takes possession back. Matt with a lot of different possession time, and there it is, the right wall over.
Great right wall over from Matt.
You know, it's such a different game. Last game, oh, there it is again. You know, Scott last game had so much possession time, but right now Matt's taking it. Right here, Scott has it. Let's see if he's able to keep on it and get a goal off of it. But I'm afraid that Matt's just gonna steal this thing and take his time. Nope, Scott's able to pull a goal off of it. You can hear Scott get angry about losing possession when he had it. Scott sets it up, goes for a left-handed shot. Matt loses it again.
That's 2 cut attempts from Scott, or is it? No, it's a cross because he's on left-handed now.
He goes for the shot, goes for the left. Oh, it's almost deflected.
That forehand almost gets in too.
Matt steals it back, sets it up, goes for a right wall. It's a miss. He scores on himself.
The unforced error comes out.
It's now 5-4. Right wall over. It's not only deflected, it's actually captured, and then Scott scores a goal off of it. It is now 5-5. Scott might be able to pull this back.
You see on this replay, Matt got punished for charging up.
Did you see that cross for Matt?
That was insane.
And there, now it's 6-6.
Another 6-6 game. Calls a timeout. 10 seconds. You see Scott taking a little drink. Hydrating. You always need to hydrate.
I believe that's what Matt's doing right now as well.
Hydrating off camera.
Okay, this happened last time, and Matt got the goal on the 6-6. So
maybe
do you think he's going to do it this time?
Over this time.
Oh, the left wall over. He goes for the left wall over. It's missed. He sets it up again.
He is just trying to get that
Gets
last
possession back.
The key here is not to rush anything, and I think he's trying to rush right now.
Oh, he loses possession. Scott has a shot right now to win a 3rd game in the set.
Scott comes up and the charge comes out from Matt. Gets the
Matt
possession
gets it back. Goes for the over.
Oh, don't rush,
Goes for
Matt.
the over again. He gets it back. He sets it up.
Matt is just rushing those shots.
He's taking his shots really fast. Okay.
He needs to chill
He
out
sets it back
and
up.
sink that straight in.
He goes for the double. Almost loses possession.
This is stressful right now. This is super stressful.
All right, Matt's keeping possession though. He's got the possession
That's
time.
a fake pump off goal.
Goes for
What's
the-
that miss?
Gets the
over.
Oh,
Final point.
That was such a long, drawn-out shot. When Scott got possession back, I thought, oh man, this is over. So now it's going to be, now it's 2 games to 2 games. So the next person who wins 2 games takes this set. That was a fantastic, fantastic game.
That was awesome. Matt was just rushing all of his shots, and then one of the shots actually goes in and was a right wall over for our feature shot over the week.
That was fantastic. These guys will be back in just one quick second. You asked what I thought was going to happen. I didn't expect it to get to 6-6. So I expected Matt to win by 2 or 3 points. I did not expect it to get that close.
So far, it's been a 6-6 or a 7-3 game.
We got Bridget in the chat saying, can't breathe. I agree. On those moments, it's so hard. I've asked many players, and very few of them say that their heart races more when they're playing versus when they are watching. So pro players across the board from all over the country have said that their heart races more when they're watching somebody else's game than when they're playing their own. So when I'm playing a game, when I'm at 6-6, my heart isn't racing nearly as much as it is when I'm watching somebody else at a 6-6 game, which is kind of funny. We got David in the chat. He was saying that it was a suspenseful game. I agree. We have another person in the chat, ASDFGHIJK11OP. He's saying go Scott. So we've got quite a few people rooting for Scott. We got quite a few people rooting for Matt in here. Just throw something in the chat, guys. These guys are going to be able to see your chats. They're able to see your chats right now. And then after each set, you can actually ask some questions. You can throw some questions in the chat, and they'll answer them for you, which is pretty awesome. So this game is going to be getting underway right now.
Oh yeah, Scott's in the chat now. A lot of people rooting for Scott.
Are you ready? That's the real question. Yeah. You guys enjoy that?
Okay. We are underway for game number 5. And you can see here on our player tracker. If it loads. There we go. So Scott has won the first 3 possessions, and Matt with the with 1 possession. And it looks like Matt got the other possession. I think he got possession last time too. Oh, that's wrong. So who would get the first point?
Scott's going to get the first point. I can feel it in my bones. He
feel
goes
it
for
in
the
your
right
bones.
wall. Matt
I'm
jumps
really-
out. He had his shot. Scott brings it up. He switches to his left hand. Ooh! And Matt takes it away from him.
Another stressful first point for Oh, looks like they're sanding the puck right now.
Must have been dragging on the table. If you even have a small nick in the puck, it'll drag all over the table instead of float. All right, Matt sets it up again. He could get the first possession. I still think it's going to go to Scott.
That was a rival over attempt from Matt.
Scott could have got, he was
Another-
1 point away from having 3 games in this set. Right? Do you remember the game that Scott was against Sam? And he was only 1 or 2 points away from beating Sam. And instead he got kicked out of the tournament because Sam came back and beat him 3 sets in a row. Right? So Scott has had victory taken away from him before, and I don't think he's happy about that. I do think he's going to get this game in the bag. Matt's getting a little overconfident. You can see it on his face.
Trying to hammer in that
Yeah.
cut earlier.
Oh, no, it scooches
over the
around.
mallet.
Scooches around his goal.
And that scores Scott the first point of this game.
Well, see, Matt's looking smug. That's the thing. Matt, once in a while, gets real smug, and he's like, I got this. And you never, ever
He loses the puck.
Oh,
That
no.
was unfortunate.
Never underestimate your opponent, and I think that's what Matt's doing right now. See that he's jumping out. He doesn't care. Oh, he
goaltended.
he goaltended it. Yeah, I got hit in the stomach.
Will Scott get this point?
He did.
He does.
We should always play the goaltending scores in slow motion and go crazy if they make it. Like, goal!
Oh, and that left wall under just
beautiful
slipped
shot.
right in. We see Charles says, "Is the air filter that blows into the table?"
Is it air filter that blows onto the table? There is an air filter underneath the table, and there's one pump in the center of the table. Ooh, beautiful
man,
shot.
that left wall over from Scott
That was a great shot.
punishes Matt from charging.
You know, like I said, I think that Matt got a little overconfident, and now Scott, I bet you Scott wins this game, and it's going to put Matt into that overdrive mode again, where he's going to win the next one. We might see a 7th game in this set. For Charles, just to let you know, there's a whole bunch of tiny little holes cut into the table, and so air's coming out of all those holes. That's what makes the puck float. Matt sets it up. There's a chance to maybe tie up this game. Goes for a mid shot. It's right down the middle, and Scott easily blocks it.
Oh, the transition from Scott.
Great shot. Now it's putting the game 4-1.
I don't know if you've noticed, Nathan, but the replays are a little bit more slower now.
I'm seeing that we have a beautiful replay. Our camera
a
angle.
double-
Another one.
Another 1-2 from Scott.
These
Scott is just
Ruthless
on
replays
fire.
are amazing. Ruthless is our #1 sponsor right now. She's been sponsoring the American Air Hockey League.
Right now it's 5-1. Will this be another 7-3 game, or is it going to be a 5 or 7-1 game?
Scott takes possession again. Goes for the right wall over. Goes for transition. Keeps possession. Sets it up. Oh, waits till Matt jumps out and then gets underneath. That's the first time that Scott's taking advantage of Matt jumping out and trying to steal the puck. Matt is looking at a 6-1 deficit. Can he bring up 6 points in a row? I don't think so. Scott, Matt jumps out again. Matt, not blocking his goal. Almost crosses the line. Scott switches to his left hand. Shoots mid, but retains possession.
This is a very heartfelt battle for Matt right now.
Matt gets possession back. He
and that
scores the
right wall
point.
Under. Scott takes a step back. Will this be a 7-3?
And there it is!
Oh, man. Matt.
6-2. 6-2 game. You can see Scott pulls it with his right hand. Goes for the right wall under. Matt was way out of position. Jumped for way before Scott ever hit it. And gets punished for it. This now goes into the 6th game in this set, with Scott winning 3 games and Matt winning 2. You can see at the top of your screen here, you're going to see on those bars at the top of the screen, where Scott is going to have 3 up there, Matt has 2, and that game was 7-6. You can see it right there.
It's 7-2.
What's that? Oh, sorry, 7-2. Yeah, it was 7-2, wasn't it?
It's showing the previous game.
You know, so Matt keeps talking about how one day he's going to be cured of his disease of jumping out and rushing the puck, right? I don't know. I don't see it happening. He's rushing out so much that he's allowing those shots to go in. He's jumping out way before they're even shot.
With a player like Scott, I would almost more expect a wall shot than a straight shot. So I think Matt has the wrong mindset coming in to face Scott right now.
Agreed. Is that going to change this game, though?
Who knows? All right. Game number 6.
Now I'm on the good side of the table.
Matt says he's on the good side of the table now. Thumbs up from Scott. They're both using the green mallet, so there's no real advantages over each player. It's just all down to technique and strategy. And Matt gets that first point. Let's see here. It was a forehand left wall under. All right. So
Matt said that he was on the good side of the table, and I'm like, I didn't want to tell him this, and I didn't tell him this, but the person on the right side of the table has won almost every single game. Because every time I walk over there, the puck's always on that left side of the table. So I think he's on as the players call it, the bad side of the table, right? Some players have a favorite side of the table, which is why they have to switch sides each time. If Scott wins this game, he'll win 1 set, and all he'll need is 1 more set to do it.
Oh, that puck just rims out of that goal. That was such a cool...
Unfortunate. And it's so disheartening, too, because if you score that perfect shot and it goes in and then pops out, it's just so disheartening, and you lose possession. It's like you get punished for it.
It was not good enough.
We got a bunch of people cheering for Scott in here. I'm seeing a lot of support for Scott
man.
in the chat.
There's no support for Matt.
No, I see Bridget in there. She said
well,
that you could do
Bridget's
it, Matt.
part of his family. You don't want your family members to root for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best. He
Matt
loses possession
loses-
of his mallet. Which means that possession of the puck goes to Scott. Scott's
Right
already
now.
up 2-1 in this game. Oh, Scott accidentally hit it. That was an accident, I think. Matt takes possession. Goes for a right wall. He misses twice. Goes again, misses, but keeps possession. Sets it up, does a fake out, loses possession.
Oh,
And then he
charge!
scores it
The
on the
charge
on the
comes
transition
out.
shot. It was a beautiful shot. It's now 2-2. Matt sets up, goes for the right wall over, gets it back.
Or is it a miss? A right wall miss?
It was a miss. Oh! Transition from Scott.
Great reaction
He's
from
actually
Scott.
done that, what, 3 or 4 times this game? Oh no! Matt
man.
scores on himself.
Matt, with a look of despair.
He's trying to get in Scott's head. He's talking to Scott. Okay,
I don't
sets it
even
up.
think he's talking. He
No,
just
he- no, he
he's
did.
staring at him in his
He
soul.
did. He did.
Staring through his face. All right, Scott sets it back up. He is just honing in that cross.
Well, he's so close to winning the set. He only needs 3 more points.
Well, it's not over.
And
until
Matt
it's
keeps,
over.
I mean, you can see him baiting Matt out. You see? Watch
Yeah.
Matt.
Oh,
It
he
works for
almost
Matt.
pays
Matt
for
gets
him.
possession back. And then, goes for a beautiful right wall over. It was blocked. Great block. He rushes again.
Looks like those rushes are getting more and more accurate from Matt.
It's stressing me out. He shouldn't be doing that.
All Scott needs to do is just hit a wall shot just to.
I
fake
know.
out
I mean, but
Matt.
Scott took advantage of that. Oh,
almost
Scott
pays
loses
for it
possession.
again.
Matt does not set up. Goes for the quick shot. It's blocked. Scott gets the shot at it. There it is.
Oh.
Matt takes a shot. Goes for the right wall.
Was that right wall over? Let's see that
It
again.
was it's a left wall
It was
over.
a left wall over.
Matt's
Nathan, what are you
rushing it.
looking at?
Matt's rushing it again. Oh, it's
Oh, that was a great shot, but it flew right out.
It was really working for Scott a few games ago to punish Matt on rushing. But this game, it's sort of working in Matt's favor. But it's one of those things that's so crazy. It
I
just
think
might work.
Matt has got his number right
he
now.
got it
That
again. It's
cut
now
shot
4-4.
Comes out from Matt.
Oh,
Great charge.
he almost gets possession back again. He goes for the rush. Oh, okay.
I think those rushes are getting more accurate as time goes on.
Oh,
and
no,
right
not
as I
that
say
time.
that,
See, that-
he gets punished.
So I'm one of the few players that will say that rushing has one big benefit, that it scares the opponent to come out so far, right? But there's a lot of risk involved, and you only need to do it a few times. Matt's doing it almost every shot where he's rushing out. He doesn't need to rush anymore. He's already got Scott to where Scott's like pulling back a bunch. Oh, beautiful right wall under off the backside of his mallet.
David is like, Matt, why are you rushing so much?
I know.
Oh, the left wall
it's
under
now
comes out.
it's now set point to 5. Scott only needs one more point to put this set away, and then he only need to win one more set after
Oh,
that.
beautiful stop from Scott. You know,
Scott gets possession. This could be it
I
right
would
here.
stop hitting the wall shots for Scott.
Ooh, this could be it. Is Scott gonna put the set away, or is
Come on,
Matt
hit.
gonna get 2 more points? Nope,
Scott
he gives
needs-
possession to Scott.
Scott just needs to slow down, take his time.
Oh,
And
he
gets that final
gets it!
shot.
He gets it off of that rush. Look where Matt is. He's so out of position here. He's about to hit it. Matt's up there before the shot even happens. Scott faked him out, and Matt pulled out, and now Matt has lost the first set. I'm gonna jump out there and meet them on the couch.
Is the camera
And,
set for that?
What's that? It will be. In 10 whole seconds.
Well, I'll meet you out there once it opens up.
All right, I would like everybody watching right now to go ahead and shoot your questions in the chat. We're gonna get that camera rolling so you can watch the couch and ask the players questions while they're on the couch. And then Spec, I'm gonna need you to run out there and let us know what the people are asking. So I'm gonna get that camera ready. We're gonna be out there in just 1 second. Please don't go away. Actually, this is a perfect time to share this with your friends. Subscribe if you have not already, and get them watching because we've got another amazing pack set for you as soon as this one's up. I'll be back in 1 whole second.
Okay. as he's setting that up, I'll show you the scores. So right now that first set we can see here, it was a 7-6, 2 7-3 games, as another 7-6, and then it kind of just went downhill from there. Scott was on a kind of a roll for 2 games, and then I think if it was a 7th game, I think Matt would have won it. But here we go. I think the camera's all set up now. Is it set up? Yep. I don't see it, Nathan.
That's the wrong. It's blinking. It's blinking. Oh no. You can hear me really well though.
What's that? Yeah. What velocity? He's asking what velocity does the puck travel in miles an hour, or what's the range, I guess, is what he's asking. 40 miles an hour?
But that would be like, it would be like the equivalent of a fast pitcher throwing the ball like 200 miles an hour.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was doing today too. Just focusing 100% on the table, on the technique. That's it.
I was
tuning out everything
doing
else.
a bunch of finals and studying. And
You guys are audible when it touches it that way.
Of course.
that's what I was doing.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. It's great to see you all.
I wasn't thinking about you at all. Maybe that'll be my downfall.
We appreciate the support. We're about to go and do some interview stuff, it looks like. We're just setting up.
Yeah, Nathan's gone in Wyoming for the weekend,
Yep.
doing Yellowstone stuff, like real man stuff, in the bushes of Wyoming, in a tent. Yeah, I guess they're in like in a tent
That's cool.
with sticks and things.
Awesome. I love to camp. Oh. Is this a good omen for me or you, Matt? What do you think? The minor technical delay.
Alright, sorry about that, guys.
Any
but
hypothesis?
I'll be reading some comments here.
Hypothesis
Charles,
is that Spec told
the
me
distance
that
between the center line and the goal pocket is about 4 feet each.
Good excuse. Good one. Good excuse. I like that.
Oh well,
That's a genuine.
yeah, it's about
good
4
one,
feet.
actually.
So that table is a,
Got any other good ones?
7 or 8 foot table.
I think that's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good.
I mean, it will explain your second set loss. So
Oh,
that's
Well-
already set up.
It looks like people can't see us, but you know that's okay. We're gonna roll with the punches here. So we got some people that are asking some questions. David asked a question. This is one I want to know the answer to also. He says, Matt, why are you rushing so much?
Because it's one thing to tell yourself not to rush, it's another thing to not do it. Not actually do it. So I'm telling myself not to do it, and I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm telling myself not to do it. So thank you, David, for telling everybody in the chat that I'm rushing.
We all saw it. We saw it. Like that's how almost all of Scott's goals are getting through. Is your way up. You jump out before he even hits it. He pump fakes, and then he gets
Like
the goal.
my
in.
disease. Dude,
Yes.
It's a diagnosed disease by the psychologist. I don't know if you know the psychologist Tim Weissman. He's a famous, world-renowned psychologist who identified me as having the rushing disease, charging disease. So I'm trying to get treatment. He says there's treatment, so I'm trying to get treatment for it. I'm hopefully going to get treatment for it.
If there's some sort of like bar that we could lay across the top of the table, but left it just enough for the puck to get through, but it would stop your mallet. That would be actually an interesting piece of technology.
Just as there is for
Yeah.
a treatment for
Like that.
turtling, there's the needles on the back on the goal.
That would be cool. If, this prevent you forward.
You know, Charles is asking, you know, what the distance is between the center line and the goal pocket. I know it's around
It's
because
an arm length.
Well, it's about 8 feet on the table. What I'll do is I'm gonna grab a measuring tape right after this, and so that he can measure it. Because if you hit it and it crosses the line, then it goes into goal. He can calculate the seconds and calculate the distance and the speed of it, which would be really cool. We've had some people do that with super slow speed cameras, which is really awesome.
I'm trying to get the slow-mo guys to do a thing on air hockey, but they never answer my emails.
Oh, I see.
I guess they're too good
Charles
for
is
us.
a really good technical guy. He'd be good for like building these things, actually.
Yeah. So, question for Scott. I mean, how do you feel about that game? That you were losing off the bat first game, and then, you know, Matt even came up with a second game, and he beat you 6-7 on one of those pivotal points where you could have had 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? You know, and then you came back to win that.
Well, the way I'm feeling right now is I need to make sure not to get overly confident. Just stay focused in the zone that I'm in. I feel like I'm in a pretty balanced zone mentally and all that stuff. So, yeah, I've just been focusing on the table technique, and that's it. Tuning out everything else today. It's working so far, so good.
It's very good intel. Thank you.
Awesome. So, are you guys excited about your next game?
I am.
Definitely.
Awesome. Any of the questions from all the viewers? Because I'm seeing some questions that are popping in. I'm seeing a lot more people rooting for people. Matt, how do you feel about Tim G rooting for Scott instead of you?
Tim G. I thought that blue blood was thicker than that. I definitely took a hit to my psyche seeing Tim rooting for Scott. That threw me for a loop, and I was thinking about that during some of my matches, but I just had to shake it off. And I think I could attribute some of my losses to that fact. In fact,
I mean, David was rooting for Scott also. He's got a following.
Oh, I don't. It doesn't. David doesn't matter to me.
Oh, wow.
It's fine. But Tim, that really hit me in the heartstrings.
You know, we just had one pop in. DMS Paracording says, "Let's go, Matt."
Yeah.
So there you go.
Stockwell.
There you go. David asked a while ago. He said, "Matt, why are you rushing so much?" I'm just kidding. All right. Anybody else want to jump into the chat? Tim says, you know, shake it off. Basically, is what he's telling you.
Yeah.
This is like a song, I believe.
I used to lip sync that when I was driving around.
All right, I'm gonna go grab a measuring tape so we can measure the exact distance of the table from the middle to the goal. You guys get ready to jump into the next game. All of our fans out there, I would love it if you would share this. Like I said, subscribe, share this with your friends, so that way people can watch it live. And you know, it's a rare sport where you get to ask the players questions directly to them. All right, I'm gonna jump back in here, grabbing the measuring tape. See you on the flip side.
All right.
You're coming back tomorrow?
Thanks, everybody else.
Does he know the flip side means tomorrow when the Earth comes around to the other side?
With your support, we will win, everyone. We got this. We got this.
What's happening? I don't know what's happening.
All right. Let us rock.
I wanna rock. I want to rock.
It's a classic.
Exactly 46 inches.
There it is. I see the participation program.
Alrighty, and we're going to be jumping right back in. We also found that the distance from the edge of the line, the edge of the center line, to the goal, so the edge of the center line closest to the goal that it's being shot at, is exactly 46 inches, which makes it easy. I'm glad it's not some sort of, you know, fraction. And here we go. We're going to dive into our next game.
All right. This is set number 2. So to recap, Scott won the first set on a commanding lead, 4 games to 2, and looks like they're having a little conversation. And Scott's laughing it off.
Good luck.
Here we go.
You ready? Ready. Are you ready? Game starts on my release.
And looks like Matt gets that first point on that slow puck release. And Scott just looks down at it with despair. And that cross comes out.
Matt sets it up. He's taking possession time to an extreme there. Each player has 7 seconds to get it to cross the line. Matt sets it up again. Goes for a fake out. Right wall. It was more just an off goal.
What do you think is going to happen in the second set, now that Matt's all kind of warmed up?
Listen to that beautiful Pepsi pour. That's good. I should have held that closer to the mic.
Well, I put it
I
behind
think
the mic.
It's so hard to say. So, like I said, Matt has some days, and some days that he will just fall apart.
Well,
at the
looking at it right
seams.
now, Matt is pretty much rushing all of his shots at this point,
Yeah.
and he's not really taking control and resetting yet.
So I have a feeling that's what's going to happen here, is that he's going to fall apart at the seams because he gets in his head really easily. You know, Matt.
Ooh, the right wall over goes out.
Matt is, Matt puts a lot of attention. Ooh, beautiful
Another
shot
left
back.
wall over.
Matt puts a lot of work into his practice, and so when it's not working, he gets really hard on himself.
Oh,
beautiful cross.
Beautiful time delay on that.
That was really excellent. He held back. Matt moved out of position, and then he shot for it. Really good shot.
The right
Another
wall
one.
over comes out from Scott this time.
It's now 4-2.
You can see here on our player tracker. What do you think about our player tracker, Nathan?
I love it. The fact, you can see it right away. So Scott's got 3 out of 7 possessions. So really Matt's winning, but barely on that one. First point, Scott's got those. Shot of the week goals, Matt's got more of those, so he's doing more right wall overs. And then out of 7-6, who's gotten those wins? And it's Matt. So right now, if Matt could just bring this game to 6 points, he's got a big chance of winning this one. But
that was a great cross.
He's looking down the barrel right now. -3 points. He needs to bring that up. Scott switches to his left hand, takes a shot, and it scores. It's now game point 2.
Now, this is not a game for Matt right now. It's kind of sad.
Agreed.
I was kind of rooting for Matt.
How come?
I put money on it. Oh, he like.
Oh, a beautiful rush. He takes possession. Is he gonna bring it back up? He's looking down the barrel of a game point right now.
For words right now. He kind of picked up.
Then he scores the game-winning point.
He kind of picked up that time. The time delay messes up Matt really badly. All right. Oh man, you can see Matt's face with the feet. That's 7-2. There we go. Our stream is not liking us today. Alright, so game number 1 goes out to Scott. Now that was a very commanding first game. 7-2 is not what you want in this challenge match. You do not want to lose by that huge of a margin. At least it would feel a lot more better if you lost like a 7-5 or a 7-4. That way, you got some points in the goal. But 7-2 is not the ideal way to go out. And here we are, Nathan getting that statue. He's doing a drift with the puck. The puck arrow. I don't know what you call those. The face-off stick. There we go. Face-off stick is in possession of Nathan, and he will release it. A false start from Mat Bentley.
Game starts on my release.
And Matt gets the first possession. Now who will get the first point? That first point will go out to Scott. Scott will get that first point.
I feel like a terrible ref would I like to let it just sit on the table for an extra second. See, the rule states it has to be between 1 and 4 seconds, and the ref can count in his head and let the puck go whenever. And so sometimes these guys get so used to it. I noticed that Matt scored goals twice in a row off of the break, right? And so he's just counting when that shot's gonna happen. Oh, good shot.
Scott is just destroying Matt with these transitions right now.
Matt sets it up, goes for the right wall.
You know, I've been watching a different game last week. It was Keith Fletcher versus Justin Flores. And Keith Fletcher uses this really basic drift.
Oh, I know.
He hits it off on the wall 3 times and then shoots it.
That dude,
and it seems to get Matt a lot.
That dude killed me in Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
Matt gets possession back. He's you know, do you see the possession time? So 1,000, he gets it back, loses possession. He's doing his shots all within a second instead of taking his time, whereas Scott's taking about 2 or 3 seconds before his setup. 1, 2, 3, right? Gets it back. 1, 2, 3. Takes a shot. Are you seeing that here? Yeah. Now, and whereas Matt, like, okay, so now look at Matt. 1. Now he gets it back. 1, 2.
Oh, he just proved you
yeah,
wrong.
just right there. But most of his shots are under that 2 or 3 second mark. You have 7 seconds, and you can fake the person out a bit, right? And so he needs to set it up. They call it setting it up.
Ooh, that cross comes out from Scott.
0-3 now.
You know, Matt's in a dangerous hole right now.
There he goes. Now he's got a point on the board.
If he loses a set, he loses his rank and a lot of points.
You know, after
and his roll rank.
If he loses this, he won't even be in 5th place or 6th place.
Oh, man, the left wall over from Scott. So this is for world rank 2, and Matt's ranked at number 83 in the world, and Scott is number 120. Oh, the right wall over comes out from Matt. What a great shot. That being our feature shot.
Oh,
and I missed it.
And Scott gets it immediately back with a right wall.
Gone over?
Yes, right wall over.
I missed it.
It was a beautiful shot. Scott goes on transition. Matt loses possession again. It's just not his day.
Oh, the right wall over
Scott
comes out
gained
again.
point to 2. All right, Matt's getting more possession time now. A little bit. 1,
Matt needs to
2.
There
you go.
He needs to bring back the Matt needs to bring back him saying reset.
Yeah. I will say he's not jumping out as much though. But now it's his offense that's lacking, right? And Scott's got this defense that's just blocking everything that Matt's firing at him. Plus Matt keeps missing his shots.
Scott sighs out of despair.
Oh,
the right wall over.
Matt just said that's it. He knows it's over. He has to make up 4 points.
It's not over until it's over, Matt.
Is he giving up all hope? Scott sets it up, does a few pump fakes, and gets the final point.
That was a great cut. It was a cross. He
brings it up. Yep, because it's left-handed.
2, shoots.
Yep.
That time delay just gets him.
It really did. It was a great shot. It took him off kilter.
You see on our player tracker.
If Scott wins 2 more games, he's gonna get, what did you say it was, 83rd in the world?
Yep.
83rd in the world.
I think it's 83rd. I don't know. The ranks have been changing a lot.
They do.
Then.
Well, we've got Worlds coming up, and so everybody's competing for a better seed. So there are challenge matches happening almost every day, and so the ranking system changes quite often.
All right. I'll see you out there. Hit them off. That's the 3rd game. Or do you want to do it with me?
Yeah, this is reset the 3rd game.
And there's Scott. just hanging out, relaxing. He's just taking this game way too relaxed right now, and I think he has that confidence in him. That confidence might bring his downfall, but it does bring big motivation to win this whole set. And he is halfway there. 2 more games and he has us in the bag. I think the ready call has been made, so we'll be back on the table for now. As you can see here, match information, it's number 5 versus number 6. And Scott Arnold is number 6. Mat Bentley is number 5. So this is a very close game. But it might not seem that close because the games haven't been that close yet. You see, Scott's on the wrong side of the table.
I think he's putting it number 5. Is that right? Look. Get over here.
Oh, wait a minute. You flipped the sides. That's it? That's right.
Seems like he forgot to switch sides because Scott was on that side last time.
Alright, player comes over.
Alright, here we go. Let's bring up our player tracker, see who gets the first possession
Starts on my release.
and the first point. Looks like Scott gets that first possession. Now who'll get that first point? Scott blazing out with the over shots, trying to get that, and Mat Bentley keeps on rushing out. Oh man. Now it's 1-1. Looks like Matt. Oh, great charge from Matt. Gets possession back. We're in for a game right now, guys. Oh, that charge on the line for Scott. Matt barely saves that puck from crossing over and gets that right wall under in. Timmy says that he likes the push shot. I like the push shot too. But right now, Matt is in the commanding lead for 1 point. 2 points now with the shot of the week, right wall over. Oh man, Scott responds with a right wall under. And that puck flies right off from Matt's heavy hit.
Ready?
Back in place. Matt hits the right wall over again. And Scott stands the puck. So while you were gone, Matt hit 2 shot of the week goals, or actually 3 in this whole game.
He's pretty serious about this one.
Well, he does have a 2-point lead now. A right wall under thundering speed.
It's now 2-5.
Down into Scott's goal.
Ooh, it's now 2-6. Is this a comeback?
This is a pretty fast game.
Oh, he rushes it.
Oh man, I think Matt has really turned it up this game. So maybe his comeback is nigh. Or not. Good reset. Almost gets that right wall over in.
He's keeping possession time, and you see how he's setting up? It's taking a little bit longer than that normal 1
left
second.
ball over, trying to get that bucket.
Never mind, he's going back to the 1 second
He is
shot.
just flurry of
and
shots
then loses
right now.
possession of it.
Mr. 1000 shots here is just trying to sink something in. It's like spraying and praying, if you know, in the good old days.
I do. Scott sets it up.
Oh,
Matt
the
rushes,
charge.
but he still doesn't get possession. All right, he gets possession back.
Nice
He
get
sets
from
it up.
Matt.
He's just
Matt
going
is
for
trying for
those
that
fast
over.
shots. Somebody needs to write in the chat and tell Matt to set up his shots. So they call it setting it up. Basically, you are trying to sell what we call sell the lie. So that means that if you make it look like one shot, but you do a different one, you're selling
Scott
the
is
opponent
doing
the
that
lie.
time delay
right?
again, but it doesn't work out. He rushes those 2 shots and
And there he goes.
Matt
He gets it.
gets
2-7. It's game
his
1
first
to
game
2
of
now.
the second set with the right wall under.
Beautiful shot.
Scott was there, but he was just too
All right,
shallow off that block.
but now the question is Matt gonna get is he gonna get too cocky again? Because that's what happened. He won a few games, he got really smug.
I was just saying that Scott was a little too confident relaxing on that couch, and he has that game in the bag, but it could be his downfall.
He definitely was feeling that way. So we'll see. I see Bridget saying, "Just have fun, Matt." I see Stylus. I see that you were saying that the score wasn't showing up there. We got a small team here. We're working really hard to keep stuff up to date. So, but if anybody wants to join us, we have some remote positions that are volunteer. If anybody would like to help, we would really appreciate it. All right. Yeah. Tim says he likes that push shot. I'm not sure. It doesn't work all the time. It's a niche shot. It shouldn't be used too much because it doesn't usually fire off with the same amount of speed and power. Get ready for our next game now.
They said ready, so get out there and get them ready. All right. So this is game number 4. Will Matt bring this set back and bring this to 1 set to each?
2 games to 1. You ready? Yeah. You ready?
The bumping of the mallets as tradition. Looks like Scott gets that possession. And that first point. Beautiful shot. I'm like all over the place right now. Scott with the left wall over under. Matt, beautiful shot with the right wall under. There's just shots going out left and right here, Nathan. I don't know what's happening.
I'm trying to keep up with the score.
I'm trying to
gave
keep up
Scott
with the
one too
screen
many
deck.
points.
The left wall over comes out from
I
Matt.
gave Scott too many points, but then as I did that, he scored it. So apparently, I can.
Maybe if
I just add points to somebody, they just make it right.
Hey guys, viewers, if you point on your screen where the puck will go, maybe it'll go there. Give some energy down to Matt or Scott. That's
more like if you hit the thumbs up and the hearts. That's what really does it.
Over.
It's a close game, 4-3 now.
I was pointing at that right wall over for a while now, and he gets it.
Yeah, is that the magic touch, as they call it? I don't know about that. 4-3. Matt is ahead a point right now. Is Scott able to pull this off? He was so ahead in that game versus Sam, and then Sam was able to pull out the next 3 sets in a row. This game is only the best 2 out of 3 sets. If Scott wins 2 games, he takes Matt's state rank and world rank. Matt will have to win the next 3 games in a row, and then the next set of games to retain.
You know, Scott has been trying to climb our ranking system for a while now, and he's challenged me, you, Sam, and now Matt for the rankings. So,
do you think he's looking for a weak spot?
Oh, what do you mean a weak spot?
Well, I know some players, ooh, beautiful shot. It's now 5-3. Some players challenge up on purpose to get, learn a lot, right? You challenge somebody that's way harder so that you can see where you're at and also learn a lot from that game.
I think he challenges up to try to get our rank.
Well, right. Well, some players challenge a person that they think that they really can beat, right? So I have a lot of people that challenge me and say, "I know I can't beat you, but I really want the experience." And other players that say, "I think I can beat you."
Mallet right now. You can see those shots are so powerful. Oh, it almost pays for. Scott is just trying to trick Matt out into charging again.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the possession time that Scott is building up right now.
Oh, was that over the line? Let's watch that again.
Let's see.
That was right on.
It was on the line. It counts. It was a good shot.
It's 6-3 now. This is game point
Matt
already. You know, these games have been taking a long time, but since Matt has turned it up to at full speed, these games have been a lot more quicker. Oh, and that cut shot comes out from Scott.
Beautiful shot.
I think it clipped Matt's fingernail. If you think Matt's mallet looks a little different, then, oh yeah, I think it did clip his fingernail.
Ooh.
He's like a little bleeding. It's just a repeat of Jessica's game. He clipped.
I mean, yeah. It's funny because Matt's usually the one that's dishing out that type of pain, right? People have broken fingers in this game, and Matt's usually the one that dishes that out.
We see Charles here. His rough calculation shows the puck is traveling at 200 miles an hour.
There's no way.
Oh, 20. It's 20.
Okay. I said I've been hearing reports that they say that the puck travels around 30.
No,
Matt takes it
unforced
6-5 on himself. He's thinking about it.
Yeah.
He reaches in, he grabs the
You know,
puck.
On our chat, there's this big heart that you should click, and it's blocking the chat a little bit.
Oh,
right,
Scott
over.
takes it. Game point. If Scott wins this, he will be 3 games in and only need 1 more. Can Matt pull this off? You know, Matt's,
Oh no!
Scott's really the underdog of this game, but he's proven to be the bully.
He needs to breathe, get that reset, good reset.
He's gonna call a timeout right here, I bet you.
No, he's gonna shoot that puck.
Oh, he did. He's
He's gonna
shoot it.
off goal it
Oh,
again.
he's gonna score in his own goal if he's not careful.
He's just dishing out
Goes
these
for the
hard
left
hits.
wall, sets it up,
Another pump.
goes to the right wall under.
Oh, man.
It's blocked. Goes for the cut. It's blocked.
Historically, Matt has won every 6-6 game.
Possession's taken is Scott's moment right here. He sets up for a right wall.
Scott does not
Deflected.
do well in 6-6 games. He gets a little bit more stressed out than Matt.
He switches to his left hand,
shoots it
loses
right down the
possession.
middle.
Matt sets it up, goes for the right wall under. It is deflected. Goes to the right
the
wall over,
left
and he
wall
scores it,
The
making
left
it
wall
2
over.
games to 3. Look at this shot. He sets it up. He does it from the, if you notice, it's like from the 12 o'clock position on the mallet, and he gets that he basically slices the puck, and it went to the left wall over. Beautiful, beautiful.
Now it's 2-2. Matt is trying to bring this
Oh, I thought it was 2
back.
games to 3. That was only if Scott had gotten that point. It's 2-2 now.
Yeah.
Matt's finger's pretty bruised up.
He flipped us
he's,
off.
He's needing to. Yeah, he came in here and showed us. He showed us
Give us
his.
the finger.
He came in here and flipped us off, but showed us his the bruise he has on his middle finger. He's needing to tape that up right now.
Now, right here, you can see our upcoming major events, and that the Center Line is having the Times of the Table coming out in a couple days here, May 4th, this Saturday, and that's featuring all the previous world champions of air hockey and current ones too. So that'll be very, very fun to watch, and I hope you guys would tune into that. Alright, I think they're just about ready. Or maybe not, you know. Alright, now they're ready. Let's bring up our player tracker. So far, each 7-6 game, Mat Bentley has won it, and that's an incredible feat. so if there's ever a 7-6 game, you can always expect Matt to actually win it. Oh, and that possession goes down to Matt. Oh man, that was a crazy first point from Mat Bentley. A good rush. And it slides right into Scott's goal, and I think Scott has had a wardrobe change, and maybe this is the final nail in the coffin for Matt, isn't it?
When you say final nail of the coffin, what do you mean?
He changed his outfit to the upper level outfit.
Well, once you get a headband on, you know it's game over for the other player.
It's like, you know, Goku when he takes off his
I mean, do you remember I said
500-pound weights off
do you
his...
remember, do you remember when I said that you have to adjust as much as your opponent does? So the fact that Scott put on a headband and Matt has not means Matt has not adjusted. He needs to get a headband on right now.
While you were talking a lot, Scott just stopped that puck like as if it was nothing, you know.
Oh, Matt had the chance to snag it and doesn't.
Scott trying to do that tactical pause hit.
But it's working. He's baiting.
It doesn't work anymore.
Oh, he got a goal on that. I mean, he's baiting Matt away.
Oh, right wall over.
He was baiting Matt away from the goal. It's now 1-2. Matt's asking if the puck is moving slow.
The puck isn't.
And they're asking if they want to sand it, so they're going to sand it.
Maybe you should get new pucks, Nathan.
Yeah, I've heard we have some brand new ones we get to try out.
But why don't you give a shot with the pucks on the next game?
That'd be fun to show a sneak peek of the brand new pucks that have been created
Well, we don't really
by the
have any,
AHL.
We don't have any footage of that new puck being played, so why not?
I think you did. I think you put it on Facebook.
Oh,
I watched
just
it yesterday.
by myself playing.
Oh, gotcha.
So we should just have him play one game with
Do
it.
a game afterwards. That'd be fun. Ooh,
Oh, the right
Scott
wall
takes
over.
it. Another point. It's now 2-2. This game, I mean, I think the most pivotal game is right here. It sounds weird, but it's almost like getting to 5 points before somebody else. You know, that 5-4. Oh, beautiful shot by Matt.
Was that a jungle shot?
There's a bit. It was a right wall.
It was an
Yeah,
over.
it was a beautiful right wall over. Oh, it hits Matt's hand. Possession goes to Scott.
Oh,
Cross with the right
Matt
hand,
is
right to the right goal. Matt completely
overcorrecting.
out of place. Look where Matt was at right there. He rushed forward again.
what was that shot?
It was a goal-scoring shot by Matt. 3-4.
It was an over. I'm watching the video here too. Oh man,
It's
the
4-4.
cut.
There's no defense happening right now. It's all
Beautiful
offense
cut.
in this game here. The next person to score 3 points will have a massive
Another
advantage.
right wall over.
Scott's close to getting the third game, and he'll need one more after that. If Matt can pull off 3 more points, then he'll have a chance at getting the set.
This game is all about the right wall overs this time. We haven't seen much of it going out, but this game is full of it.
Yep. So that's a shot of the week, meaning that they score that point, they actually get a few more points towards their overall rank for this week. So there's a certain shot that happens each week, and if they get more of that shot, they get more points for their overall score. Matt
rush.
jumps out again, leaving his goal wide open. Doesn't do it that time, though. Is Scott gonna score the next 2 points? He gets another one left wall over, I believe.
There's a left wall.
Let's
over
take a
under.
look. It was over. Beautiful shot. 6-4 now. This could be it if Scott gets one. Oh, Matt gets it, brings it up 6-5. Scott sets it up. Could possibly get the third game in the second set. With Scott already having one set in the bag, this is a very dangerous place for Matt to be in.
Will this be a 7-6 game, you think?
If it is, Matt's won all 3 of the 7-6s. So if Matt can get 1 point, it's almost,
that puck just rims right out.
that would have been game right there.
That
Scott sets it up. Matt gets it back. If Matt can get one more point, I'm telling you, he's gonna win because it'll be that 6-6. He's won every 6-6 game so far. Oh, that was gonna go in.
Oh man.
No, that was gonna go in. That's a goaltending shot. Yeah. No, that's that one's goaltending. Yep.
And here we go. The final shot of the replay will be a goaltending shot.
Yep. That sucks, but that's what happens when you block the goal with your hand when it's going on its way to the goal. Oh man, that is a letdown for sure. But that is now 3-2. Matt needs.
I think it was a booby that blocked it.
Oh, it's a booby block.
Yeah.
We need some comments in the thread of what it's called. Give us some puns.
Maybe if you had cameras in the goal, you could see what part of the body blocked it.
Yeah. Well, we're getting ready now for game number 6. If Scott wins this game, then it is entirely his. The whole challenge match is over. Scott will have successfully challenged up and beaten Mat Bentley. If Matt's able to defend that, he's going to need to take 2 more games and then win another set.
Well said, Nathan. And I think they're going to get ready pretty soon here for the last game. Probably the last game, unless Matt will bring it back up and take this next few games or next couple of games.
It sucks though too, because that was like the final point of that game.
I'll just let you hear the background conversation. Looks like they're ready. I'm not ready. Here we go. We are here back again with game number 6. Oh, Scott Arnold won that last game. It's 3-2, just as before. But maybe Mat Bentley will bring this back up. As Mat takes possession first, but will he take the first point? Oh, and Scott loses the puck, but Mat Bentley loses the possession. And Scott
Beautiful goal.
hits that first point with the right wall over.
I wasn't sure that it was goaltending last game. He was like, "Are you sure that was goaltending?" It was definitely goaltending.
It hit his boot.
Yeah.
Oh, right wall.
There he
left
goes.
wall over.
It's now tied. Scott 6 points away from clinching this entire challenge match. Matt is fully in serious mode. I can guarantee that you can see it. You can see it right here on his face. He is not excited. You remember earlier he was laughing. He was kind of having fun. He was goofing around. It's not happening now. He's very serious about this game.
Oh man, he should really stop
2-1.
charging though.
Silas asked who won that game. Scott won it. It's now 3-2 in the second set. So Scott's won one set, and now in the second set it is 2 games to 3 games Scott, and in this current game it's 1 point to 2 points Scott. Matt with possession. Matt sets it up, brings it down the middle, goes for the right wall over. It is taken.
Like
Scott takes it back again, sets it up, goes for the right wall over, missed. Matt steals possession, sets it up, goes for the right wall under, and scores! Bringing the game 2-2.
Was at a blistering speed.
That
Look
was
at
pretty quick.
That we could even slower replay could not catch that right.
We need Charles to set us up a program that can show us the speed of the pucks live so that we can see how fast these things are going. Oh, a jungle shot! We call it jungle when it hits 2 walls like that.
Garbage shot. That's what it is.
Yeah, they usually call it a garbage shot. It doesn't happen very. It's not usually intentional.
The right wall under this time.
4-2. And
Right wall
Scott
over.
scores a point. Matt, I think again, it's just point after point. I can't commentate fast enough for this. Matt is 2 points away from tying up this. No,
Really
Scott gets a
turned this
point.
up, and now Matt rushing again to lose that point again.
5-4 in Matt's favor. Scott only 3 points away from clenching this entire challenge match. Matt 2 points away from tying up
I
the
think
set.
they're both clenching pretty hard here, Nathan.
I know
don't
I am.
About you.
Scott
How
takes
you are.
possession. Does he tie it up? He goes to the left wall, retains possession. Oh, Matt jumps out, but steals the puck. Matt's
Tries
possession
to
now,
do the over
and he
in the
scores it.
cross.
It's game point to 4.
Game
Matt.
4.
Matt gets back possession, sets it up, takes it down.
Cross.
Oh, he calls a timeout.
This time, not 6-6. It's 6-4. What do you think will happen now?
I don't know. I'm gonna go call this back in. I'm very excited though. This is a very close game.
Looks like time is up. But Nathan will be. I think Nathan's gonna call it back in here. Here we go. Now it's time in. What will Matt do? He tries to do the over. Scott gets possession. Shoots up for the over again. Charges for Matt. This is a game that could never be closer, but it's not that close.
It feels pretty close. Scott's only 3 points away.
Scott has-
and he's done it. He's 7-2'd, right? No, Matt 7-2'd him. Scott 7-3'd Matt a few times, so he could still pull this off very easily. Ooh, Matt almost scores on himself, but gets possession back,
Man,
sets
Matt
it
needs
up
to be
right
very
wall
careful
blocked.
with the puck here. I'm just on the edge of my seat
Please
right
do
now.
not
you know?
tell my cardiologist about this match right here. Matt pulls up to the middle, goes for an over, and it is stolen. Scott takes it. Matt steals it back, goes to the right wall. It's stolen back again. Pump fake, and then Scott brings it 5 to game point. Matt takes a second. He's leaving it in the goal.
Down Scott right now.
He sets it up. Oh, goes for the right wall over.
Surprise him with the right wall under.
Sets it up again. He's taking his time. He's setting up a shot.
He needs to hit that straight shot on Scott.
He retains it. Goes for the right wall over. Still retains it.
he trying to do right wall over for points or what? He's trying to do a fake
No, I
out.
think he realized how serious this is. Scott's
Oh,
only
he
2 points.
almost scored on himself.
Scott's
but
only
he
2
blocks
points
it
away
just
from
in
taking his
time.
whole challenge match. So Matt's taking his time. If he had done this a lot in the past, he would have won those other games.
Matt is just 2 points away from sadness.
Oh, left wall over!
In his third game.
It's now 3 games to 3 games. It's a set game either way. If Scott wins this next game, this challenge match is over and Scott takes Matt's world and state rank. If Matt wins the next one, it'll bring it into the final set.
I'm gonna take my 2 minutes.
You heard it straight
Matt.
from Matt, taking his 2 minutes.
He deserves those 2 minutes.
He does. He did. That was pretty good. I want to see some comments in the chat. That game was absolutely
It seems
fantastic.
like Bridget is like very scared.
Bridget says breathe 3 times. Oh no, that's Stylus. Keep the intensity level is what Scott's family's saying. I see Bridget saying great shot in that way to get them up. I see Charles saying second calculation shows 18 miles per hour. I will say it feels so much faster than that. It feels so much fast. I'm almost sad to see it say 18. I would have rather said 1,000 miles per hour, because that's how it feels. The reactions. Okay, you know what, Charles? If you're getting these calculations down, by the way, thank you for doing that for us. What's the reaction speed got to be then? I'm assuming it's in fractions of a second. So what would the reaction speed be of a 20 mile an hour shot? And it's just crossing the line. So let's just say it's hit right at the line, and so it's going to cross in that 20 miles an hour. What would your reaction time need to be for that? All right, what else we have in the chat? We've got some other people posting here. Go ahead and throw your comments in there. After this game, regardless of the outcome, we're going to be sitting down on the couch and you're going to ask these players some questions live. I'm going to pop in there right now and get the last game of this set started.
I think it's time, yeah. Here we go, everybody. She failed calculus 1. Oh no. Anyways, this is the last game potentially for if Scott wins. Scott wins the whole challenge match. If Matt wins, this will go on to our last set, set number 3. So this is game number 7 and set number 2. And Matt gets that possession down. And that first point goes down to Mat Bentley. Incredible cross. The fake pumps come out from Scott. Scott is just trying to get this set in at all costs, by any means possible. Hit that puck hard, don't you? You gotta mean that. When you hit that puck, you gotta mean it right, Nathan. You gotta slam it down to that.
I mean, if you do that
goal.
a lot of times in a row, you can hit it one really soft one and it really throws them off. But yes, ooh,
the right wall over.
That's what Matt used to be known for, were his straight shots, not those banks. And he would break knuckles. I mean, he hit it so hard, and a lot of his power went away over this last year. But he's bringing it back, where he's hitting it a lot harder. It's now 0-2. If he pulls this game off, it'll bring it to the final set, and he can win this entire challenge match. If Scott's able to pull off the next 7 points, this challenge match is over. Matt sets it up in the middle, goes for a fake out, loses possession.
Ooh, that was a great transition.
Scott tries for the right wall over to miss.
Well, I think I need to break down your dreams here, Nathan, because Charles failed calculus 1.
Oh no.
So,
Oh, no.
The calculations are not that accurate. The
Beautiful left wall over from Scott.
Hey, Tim's
And
here.
a right wall under from Matt. It's now 3-1. Scott taking a second, setting it up,
Scott trying
loses
to do
possession.
that left wall over again.
Matt drops it. Scott a few fakes.
But I think
Matt rushes and then gets possession back.
Oh, just hold it for a few seconds, Matt, and just take your time to shoot it.
I feel like you're biased, and so
Because
am
I am biased. I got
Just
money
kidding.
on this guy, Nathan. Come on.
It's, you know, our tradition.
Oh, that was a great shot.
Beautiful.
From Scott.
You know, our tradition here is always to root for the underdog, and Matt is technically the bully in this one, right? Scott's supposed to be the underdog, but Scott's really putting Matt up against the wall. It's hard to know who to root for in this case. Oh, beautiful
my
transition.
goodness.
Now
Scott
3-3.
evens the score out with that beautiful transition shot.
Matt was up too. He was up 2 points, and now it's an even game. This could be the challenge match game for Scott. This could be it here. Scott loses possession.
This is
Matt
getting pretty
sets it up.
stressful for me, Nathan. I don't think my heart can handle
I
it.
think you need to breathe, buddy. You got this.
I can't breathe.
I believe
I'm
you.
holding
Oh,
my-
cross!
I am
Beautiful
holding my
shot
breath
from Matt.
out right now. Great transition
Oh,
shot
he gets
from
it
Matt
again on a
Bentley.
rush
I
shot.
wish I could replay that, but
Oh, that was a beautiful rush. That's when it pays off. Right there. Scott sets it up. It's deflected. Matt rushes again. Is Scott gonna punish him for all these rushes?
cross comes out
Beautiful
from
shot.
Scott.
Matt goes for a quadruple shot in a
Matt-
row, and it's beneficial. He gets the left wall
Matt
under.
is just trying
Set
to
point
overwhelm
four.
Scott right now.
Matt takes possession back. Is this gonna be the set right here?
He is trying to sink that puck in by any means possible, Nathan. He
takes his time. He calls a timeout.
Call.
Woo! Oh man, and
Oh.
you know it's good when suddenly all of the comments suddenly stop, right? People just suddenly stop. There's nothing to talk about. They just want to watch this. Their heart is racing.
Charles says they got an A in algebra geometry, so they might be good at air hockey with all the geometry going on here.
All right, the game comes back into play.
Here we go.
Is Matt gonna take the set, or is Scott gonna end up winning this in an upset in this
fake
game?
out from
Scott
Matt.
takes possession, sets it up, goes for the left wall, retains possession, sets it up again, takes it to the right side, and almost gets the right wall under. It's stolen by Matt. Matt goes for the left wall over. It is missed.
What will Matt do? He goes for the under.
The puck
Matt
leaves.
sets
It goes
up
for
a-
the left wall under. 7-4. Matt taking it into the final set. Oh man, I mean, Scott was up. It was 2-0 this set, and Matt was able to pull off 4 games. That is fantastic. We're gonna meet you on the couch right now. I'm gonna pop
The
out there.
couch sponsored by Ruth Kamichek.
Yeah, Ruth. We should really, let's pull that up real quick. If we have that, we need to show our amazing sponsor, Ruth Kamichek, with Ruthless Real Estate, and she's just the most amazing real estate agent you'll ever have. I can attest to this. We only allow sponsors that really mean something to us that we can stand by. And during a big fire that took out our town, Ruth was there for us. She helped relocate many of my family members, including myself. And I think I've mentioned this a few times. She even snuck in the day before. She told us we were going to get the keys on the 15th, and she snuck in the night of the 14th because she got the keys one night earlier, and ended up actually grabbing a TV and putting a TV in the house for us, a Christmas tree, because this was in December. Our house had burned down. We thought there was no way that we were ever going to get Christmas ornaments or get even a Christmas tree, and instead she got us a tree and already put ornaments on it, a basket with all like housewarming gifts. So she was able to get us in a house within, I believe, 2 weeks from just starting to us having the keys to a house, along with a Christmas tree and a TV and everything. The absolute best. If you need a real estate agent, she is just the most amazing. All right, I'll see you guys out there right now. I'm gonna go and grill these guys. This is the time right now. Shoot your questions. Take a second, open up the chat, and throw a question in there, and we will go ahead and answer it with the team here. I'll pop out there right now.
All right, thank you, Nathan. And I'll show you the scores from all those games. Now that was an action-packed game. It was 2-7, 3-7, 7-2, 7-6, 5-7, 7-5, 7-4. It was only one 7-6 game in that second set. Hope to see more, but
Great.
unfortunately
I
there
didn't
wasn't
realize
any.
it was here. It's been hidden away in the back room. Eh?
All right, here we go. Now these guys are gonna get their interview.
Good games, bro.
Matt is just exhausted.
Yeah.
All right. We got the chat filling up right now. Crazy
Hey, what's up,
game,
man?
gents. Matt, I mean, you were able to pull that off. Scott was 2 games ahead, and you were able to pull that off at the end there. So what changed? Because you were laughing a bunch the first set. What changed?
Well, Spec told me to make it interesting. He didn't tell me to lose.
He didn't tell you to lose this guy. All right, Scott. You know, how do you feel like that set went?
It went okay. I noticed you started using a slightly different technique with the transitions over and over and over again, so I just had to readjust mentally to that motion thing going on, and I think that's what threw me off. It took me too long to adjust to it before I could get in the groove, so yeah.
I mean, it looks like Matt wasn't rushing as much, but that last game he did a lot.
Yeah.
I thought you would have punished him for that for sure. I'm like, oh no, he's rushing again. This is when Scott's going to take over and punish him for it, but he was able to steal it quite a few times on the line there.
He was.
Yeah. You know, we've got this person named Charles in the chat, and he did the math on it. He was saying that the puck is traveling at around 20 miles per hour, which seems a lot slower than I was expecting. In my mind, I'm thinking it's traveling, you know, at least 1 million miles per hour, right?
Who do we look like? Jacob Weissman? He hits it at least 40 miles an hour.
But the thing is, what is the reaction time? If it's going 20 miles an hour and it's crossing in that short of a distance and well under a fraction of a second, so you only have a fraction of a second to respond to it.
I heard somebody once say that it's the equivalent of somebody like a pitcher in the Major League Baseball throwing a 200-mile-an-hour fastball.
With the amount of reaction time because of the distance between them and the pitcher, yeah. Matt, what happened to your finger?
It's just a little blister from Spec's new cushioning. I just have to toughen up, I guess. I've become soft.
You know, Scott, you've got a lot of people in the chat right now that are reaching out. There's not a whole lot of questions. Bridget asked how your finger was,
okay.
and we got. I mean, Charles pops in here. He's going for Scott too. So you've got. I'm not sure if you got the following because you're the underdog in this game, but that first set you didn't look like the underdog. You know, we were like, well, you're basically bullying Matt now. He's won every 7-6 though. That's a one piece. So it was a game where it was you were at 5 and he was at 5 also. Like if Matt can if he can get to 6, and if Scott even gets to 6 at that point, Matt's gonna win this because he's won every 7-6.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of 7-6 or 6-6s. I hate those.
and so why is that? So why do you have a hard time with a 6-6?
Like even if I tune out, I have to really go out of my way to tune out the score at that point. Basically because I notice for me, if I get too intense, it throws me off. So I gotta like really just tune out the score on that level. Yeah.
I mean, Matt, you do this thing where you take a timeout, and I'm like, oh man, is he gonna get it? But your timeouts are working for you at the 6-6 mark.
Yeah.
Do you hate using your timeouts early then? Do you hate using your timeouts early then?
I just think about it, and then I'm like, I don't need it. It's sometimes if it's just like I'm at 6, it's more of a psychological thing because I need to prepare myself to not rush the point. Because you saw how quickly it can go from 6-2 to 6-6. You know, I don't want to give up that thing. So even if I'm ahead 6-1, I want to give myself that reset to say, okay, calm down. All you need to do is what you've been doing, and don't rush the point.
Yeah. I mean, we started counting the seconds between each player's possession, and you know, Scott was taking a lot more possession time. And you were shooting it all within a second. You get it, shoot it, get it, shoot it, get it, shoot it. And then when you started slowing it down, taking more possession time, you're doing better with that. You know, Scott, you had played a game with Sam where you were like 1 or 2 points away from winning the whole entire thing, and then you came back the last 3 sets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I bet that's going to happen right now. And Scott's going to remember that and come back with a fury. So is that what's going to happen? You're going to come back with a fury after that game?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the intention.
I mean, both of you right now are only 4 games away. Technically, you're only 2 games away from winning this. Now you're 4 games away from winning this. Both of you at the same time. Any questions for your fans out there? You know, what would you ask them?
Well, I hope you guys are having a good time, enjoying the match, enjoying the show.
That is not a question.
Question. Well, let's see. What would you guys like to see happen this next couple of games? Any of the commenters?
Yeah, that's a
kind of glad Aldridge isn't here to make me do like a river dance or something like that.
after each shot.
I know my friend Gertz is watching.
I want to see if there's any more comments. This is the last chance to ask these guys some questions. Charles did the reaction time for a second. He says it's 0.001 seconds that you get to react, I believe is what he's saying right now.
I just wanted to highlight that.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, 0.20. He said it's 0.001 miles of distance, so that's it's 0.20 seconds, about 20 miles per hour. So you have a what is that? A fifth of a second?
Very short time.
A fifth of a second to react, which is kind of insane.
Yeah. To get this mass moving that fast is pretty incredible, I think. I think everybody should take note of that.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a GTO, the car? You know, the big heavy cars, but they get going to 60 seconds in like no time. You got this.
Looks
American
like my
Muscle.
mother said something in the chat here.
Let's pull it up. Let's see what we got.
Your bro.
The last questions we have here.
My mother actually.
She said that she would like to see you win.
Awesome.
Yep. And so.
Here's my shocked face.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you on the table. Good luck to you both. I believe this is for 83rd in the world and for at least 5th in Idaho, depending on how many points you get. So we'll see how this goes.
It's hardcore. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for the encouragement, Tim. Much appreciated. All right. This is the last set of the night. Anything could happen still.
It'll be after this match is over. Nothing to do with this match, but in the same stream, yeah. So afterwards, regardless of the outcome, we'll have you guys do a game with the new puck. We'll see how it goes.
And after this game, after this match, we will debut a new puck we've been developing. And I think Matt is holding up the game right now, taking his sweet time.
0.2 seconds. That makes me feel good. Good luck.
Good luck indeed. This is the final set. And let's see who gets the first possession. Scott gets the first possession. Oh, and he smashes that puck into the wall and loses possession. But he did get the first one. Now we'll see who gets the first point.
There
And
it is.
Matt
Matt takes it.
Point.
Oh,
Scott
beautiful left wall.
responds with another left wall over.
And again,
I think that was a flub. Unforced
it
error.
was. And Matt taking a second. I like that he's doing that, right? He's
You
realizing
see, he's
the importance of this game.
Is he chewing gum or his tongue?
A lot of players on the very first game of a set, they try some new things, they relax a bunch, but if they would just act like
Whoa, look at
every
that stop
point...
from Scott.
That's a great stop.
That was a great
If they would
reaction
just
time.
act like every point is a 6-6 point, I feel like every player would win, right? And so instead of seeing it as 0-0 and see what they can do, they should be like, okay, this is a 6-6 point, and I need to make this point make it.
Now this
Ooh,
is
Scott goes for the transition. It almost makes it in. It bounces out of the goal.
this is a very high octane set now.
Woo!
That right wall over
That was really good.
was very slow and very deceiving.
It was. It was off speed. And so, Charles is saying it takes 0.2 seconds of reaction time, and if you hit it just a tiny bit slower, they react too soon.
Another
Oh,
unforced
no.
error from Matt. Do not want to see those. That's the game killer right there.
If he hadn't done those, it would be 3-1 in Matt's favor. But now it's 3-3. If he ends up losing the set because of that, he's going to rewatch this and be pretty upset.
I think he needs to rewatch this and stop charging.
He's going to charge because he
he-
said, he
he's
didn't.
disciplined
He
right
didn't.
now.
That was good. He has good posture. You see how his leg is up? You can see that posture where you have one leg forward, the knee is into the table. A lot of players actually play with knee pads because they have their right leg, the right knee into the table, and their left leg back so they can jump forward. Ooh, he almost faked out Matt. Goes for the shot.
Was that over the shot clock?
Possibly. Matt goes for the right wall over. It's missed. He goes for another right wall. It's missed. Goes for the left wall over. Also missed.
I think
But
Matt
keeps possession.
Matt needs to bring back that energy and those straight shots. Because the thing with Scott is
He gets
man,
it.
I think
It was
he's
as you
hearing me.
said it. As you said
I
it.
think he has an earpiece in. He's just hearing my words.
We got AJ coming in here and saying go Scott as well. I feel like right now, if we were to take a poll, I think it's like 3/4 at least of our chat is rooting for Scott on this one. Everyone wants to see the underdog win. Bridget Bentley popping in saying that it's actually 0.3 seconds, 0.303 seconds at 18 miles an hour. We were checking it at 20 miles an hour, so this is good to know. They have about between 0.2 and 0.3 seconds to react when somebody hits the puck.
Right now, no one has scored a point at this point. Oh, but
Ooh,
I was like,
you said it too soon. It's now 4-4.
It's the commentator's curse, Nathan. Whenever I say something, something happens.
You know, Spec, I just now realized that that's only if they could react at the very far back before it hits into the goal, but their mallet has to sit a few inches in front of the goal at least. So I think it's going to be even more than that. Oh, Matt loses his mallet.
Matt
Possession goes
loses
to Scott. That's a penalty.
Mallet. You know, the thing with Scott is he pulls back a lot, right? And all Matt needs to do is just hit straight shots on him.
It's true. So Scott does what we call turtling. He pulls back to his goal before Matt hits it. Sort of how Matt jumps forward before Scott hits it. Scott does the exact opposite, and it leaves Scott wide open for straight shots. So Matt is wide open for bank shots, and Scott is wide open to those straight shots because he pulls all the way back to his goal before Matt hits it. Oh no!
That's like the third self goal.
That is. It would be 5-2 right now if Matt hadn't scored those. Matt's basically giving this game to Scott.
I think he's a points man. He wants all his points.
I mean,
6-5.
Matt's scored almost every point this game but 2.
6-6 now.
Oh, it's now 6-6. Is Matt gonna call a timeout?
As you know, Scott just said the 6-6 game gets to his head, so he's historically Matt.
He does call a timeout. He calls it at the 10th second. So when a player scores on somebody else, the player has 10 seconds. You can see the puck and the goal on the bottom of your screen there. You have 10 seconds to pull it out.
Scott is trying to zone out right now. He's thinking of what to do. What can he do against this brick wall?
What was that reality TV show where they put like the thought bubbles above the characters and it was just awful?
I don't know. I never watched reality.
We should do that. We should do the thought bubble.
Just let animation. All right. The puck is in play, but he's waiting another 10 seconds to pull it out.
It's game point either way right now. Matt sets it up. He goes for the shot.
Taking that full 7 seconds. Tries to do the left wall.
Loses
over
possession.
again.
It's Scott's chance now to score the first game. And he does score it with a right wall under.
Man, that was a tense game. It was like
He does.
you could cut the air
Was
with that.
4 fake outs that Scott does? 4 pump fakes on that?
I think he's just like he just likes to swing that mallet a lot.
Likes to swing the mallet.
And that gives the first game to Scott.
Scott only needs 3 more to win this match here. Let's see, we got Charles saying that Bridget rocks. I love this.
Do you have any predictions anymore? Or just like it just happens. You're just in the moment.
It's hard because Matt, you know, it's really he's sort of a toss-up. Scott is very consistent, but he doesn't adjust as much. And so it's just depending if Matt's going to adjust. My prediction is that Matt will win this, but it's going to be really, really close is my prediction, just based off of seeing how Matt is able to change the game that quickly. But if Matt runs out of juice, it's all done. And if Scott's able to adjust and start firing the shots that are working on Matt, then it's going to be in his play. I don't want to say it generically and say, you know, Scott Speck, the person who scores the most points is going to win this game, but it's sort of how it's going to go in this one.
It seems that Scott is the one that scored the most points in this whole match, you know?
It's very true.
All right, we got game number 2 underway. There's a possibility of 4 or 3 more games left in this whole match. Unless Matt brings it up, and then it'll be 6 games. I don't know. See, I'm never good with math, so I'm with you, Charles. I was never good at math anyway. I see Nathan's wiping down the table. I think Matt poured all of his sweat on it. All right. The mallet bump has commenced, and now our ritual has begun, and Mat Bentley takes that first point and possession with the forehand, left wall over. And the charge comes out from Mat. This is very high octane right now. Right off the gate, Mat is just turning.
Matt got that forehand. Ooh, good shot from Scott. Matt got that forehand shot, and Scott said right after Matt scored on the first goal, he goes, "That's that same shot." So you can tell that Scott is not happy about how Matt keeps getting possession and points off of that first break. We got Matt's son in the chat, rooting for his dad.
Oh, that charge again.
Matt keeps possession, sets it up. Oh, he loses possession!
You do not want to lose possession in this game.
Gets it back almost immediately, though. Goes
Charge
for the cut.
to the cut, and it almost goes in.
I'm thinking Matt's going to get this. He's gotten his possession time down.
Matt just needs to take his time.
Now he just needs to aim those shots. He goes for the right wall over. He loses it. Almost loses possession.
Oh, stop!
Scott stops it dead in its tracks, but then doesn't do anything with it. Immediately loses possession. Matt takes it back. Sets it up mid.
Matt feels
goes for a fake out, goes for the right wall over.
Look at those flames on the sleeves. It's the fire in him.
Scott gets the goal with a beautiful right-handed
Scott is just trying to put
cross
out
shot.
the fire right now. Man, what was
Matt
that
takes
shot?
it back. It was a left wall.
A left wall under blazing speed. There's like a math lecture going on.
I'm seeing it in the chat. There's a math battle going on. I've got too many battles to keep track of, but I love it. We need someone to build the software for us so that way we can see it live, leave a trail behind the puck, and show the speed that it traveled at each shot. That would be so fantastic.
Oh, Matt should just reset and take his time with his shots. Get some straight shots down. You don't want to hit any walls with Scott.
It's true. Point. So do you see how Scott pulls back? He did it
there's
again.
That straight shot.
You can see it right there. Watch how Scott pulls back before it even gets there. See how he's pulling back right now, and then Matt makes a shot, and it goes straight in because Scott pulls back and he leaves both sides of his goal wide open. Scott switches to his left hand, goes for the left wall, shoots it mid. It's deflected, retains possession, sets it up again, goes for the straight.
The hooks right now.
Missed.
These two players are battling for their lives at this
Woo,
point.
Beautiful! I love that.
That cut.
Oh, and then Matt takes it right back. But you can see in this replay, he got Matt to shift his whole body over because Scott moved his body. Matt is susceptible to that. Scott takes his time, puts it back on the table, goes for the left wall, loses possession. Oh, and then Matt penalizes him for it. It is now 3-5.
This game is
just so great. Well, I mean, it's similar to other sports where if you lose possession, like if somebody gets an interception in football, for example, it is such a letdown for that team, and it's such an exciting thing for the team of the person that stole it, right?
Oh, the forehand from Scott.
That was tricky.
Catches off Matt off guard.
But so Scott had a few points back, and then he completely just lost possession, and Matt penalized him for it. There it is again.
There's that cut shot.
It's game point to 4. Matt could tie it up 1 game to 1 game if he gets to the next point. He rushes
charge
it.
from Matt. Will Matt charge back into that goal?
Scott keeps possession.
Xander saying, "Go, go, go, Matt."
Oh, he almost caught Matt way from his goal.
Come on, Matt.
Scott sets it up.
Slow setup.
He goes straight down the middle, loses possession. Matt could right now tie up this set.
Slow setup.
Takes his time.
Matt.
He's gonna go for
timeout.
He goes for the timeout. I got it. Yeah. Who would have guessed at that 6 points?
Let's take a look at our player tracker here. It's
it's a
The
lot.
first point is evened out.
Oh, so Scott has gotten 1-7-6 win.
Yeah, that last game.
That's right. Okay. Shot of the week goals. We got 17-12 on first points. You know, it seems like Matt keeps getting those because he gets them so quickly, but Scott has gotten an equal amount of those. And then we have first possessions. Matt has had first possession. Oh, we're back in it now. I got so excited looking down at the stats. Oh, Matt keeps possession. Almost loses it. Makes a shot, and he gets it 4-7.
Look at this shot. That was so powerful. I don't think our replay could slow it down.
He pulls back.
That was the old Matt.
Smashes that cut shot off the what would you call it? 3 o'clock on the mallet. That was a beautiful shot.
Oh my goodness.
Fantastic. I can hear them right now. What are they saying? Let's cue in on that mic. I don't know what they're saying. But I'm gonna turn that back down because
That's pretty
I don't know if they know they're being listened to, and I don't want anything being said that can't be unsaid.
We're spying on them, Nathan. We're spying on them.
What I like is that after these games, these guys are buds and they're hanging out talking. There we go. We got Scott on the camera.
Why don't you
Matt over
open
there.
that mic up and
I can. Here we go.
Blue combined with something else. So it's like
The other mic.
blue and then something else that helped me. And then after I got blue again, so I don't know. I just think all the antibiotics I was taking it made like whatever was in my
Just
system.
do the other mic.
overly resistant.
I did. What other mic?
Resistant to antibiotics
What's this
to the
one?
point where it's like
Oh, okay.
super like snap versus just
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't cue in on that. There we go. We'll just mute that. I'll talk for him. You see this table?
I
This
think
table's
he's talking to
magical.
Tim.
This table has granted 5 wishes for me in the past. One of them being extra long fingernails. That's right. You got it. Long fingernails. Yeah. All right. So there we go.
Great dubbing from
That was good.
Nathan.
Yeah. I'm a lip reader. This is gonna be game number 3 now. It's tied up right now. They can't get closer to this. Right now they are perfectly tied. So we'll see how this last one goes.
Okay, game number 3. This is down to the wire. Both players are evened up. Both players. Here we go. Let's get that audio back in. Both players sweating out of their minds. Both players super stressed out. And the Mat Bentley gets that first point in at rocket speed this time. Reacts beautifully off the break off. Oh no, and he flubs it in. Sorry.
Matt loses possession. Scott takes it, sets it up. Ooh,
my
beautiful
goodness.
cross.
Fake out from Matt. Tries to do the right wall under.
Scott sets it up.
Scott
Goes
with
for
the
the
fake
cross
pumps.
again. It's now 1-3. I could tell right before this game started, Matt had a more nonchalant attitude, which is I think what lost him in the first set. So if he,
Oh, no.
scores on himself.
Matt is just rushing those shots. He did not want to rush those shots. He did get a point off the break, but Scott responded back by getting 3 points on him.
He's going for that right wall under, loses possession. Scott, some fake outs, goes for that cut. It was a beautiful shot, just barely missed. Ooh, gets Matt to charge out, but misses again. Keeps possession. Pump shot. Oh, goes for the push and gets it on the push. That just really throws Matt off.
Left wall over.
It normally doesn't work, but it's just such an unusual shot that doesn't happen very often.
This is like
He gets it
Oh my
again.
goodness,
It's
this is
now
1-6.
1-6.
this is a game right now. This is one of the
Especially
games.
after Matt just won. What was it last game? 7-4?
Yeah.
And now seeing it 1-6. Scott couldn't get more than 4 points last game. In this game, he's not letting Matt get more than 1. Scott sets it up. Oh, Matt steals it on the transition and gets a left or right wall under.
Nice right wall under from Matt.
Doesn't get 7-1'd. Ooh, loses possession. Not a good time to lose possession. It's never a good time to lose possession. Goes for the rush. Actually works, but Scott keeps possession.
I would not rush.
Oh, and Scott gets it.
Over.
With the left wall over, putting it 2-1 now in Scott's favor. Look at that. Matt went for the right wall under. He overcorrected that block. He overblocked it on the far right, and he couldn't get back to the left quick enough to block that. Sam says whoever loses equals smelly. I love that. Sam was the one who recently beat Scott in a game, the one I was mentioning, where Scott got within 2 points, and Sam took that away, then won the next 3 sets in a row. Scott was up 2 sets. And this time we're playing only the best 2 out of 3 sets. So you can see that those set bubbles on the top there, they've each won 1 set. Scott's won 2 games of this set, Matt's won 1. If Scott wins the next 2 games, this challenge match is over, and he wins. If Matt wins the next 4 games, then or the next 3 games for Matt, then same thing goes for him instead.
Well said, Nathan. All right. Coming out to game number 4. This set has been pretty quick for now. But Matt looks like he got some food in. I know.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Game starts on my release.
Looks like Matt got possession.
There it goes.
And
First
that
blood goes to
first
Matt.
Point.
Matt gets possession back again. I see this happen so much. He loses a game, then he gets all fired up, wins the next one, gets overconfident, loses the next one.
I think I might have messed up on some of the games here. I pressed it twice. We're supposed to be on 13 games.
I don't know. Matt's doing awesome. Loses possession. Scott now in possession to take over this game right here. Matt was doing so good off the bat. You know, he had so much fire, but now he's losing his... there it goes. Matt scores on himself. Scott now stealing Matt's energy and taking that point away. Is Matt going to last for the rest of this set, or is his energy going to drain out? Sometimes Matt gets tired near the ends of sets, so we'll see how he does. No, he gets the right wall under. Beautiful shot. It's now 1-2 in Matt's favor. However, it's 2-1 in Scott's favor. Matt sets it up, brings it to the left side, goes for the cut, goes for a left wall. Both are deflected. Then he gets a right wall over. Shot of the day.
Jeez.
Shot of the week. Ruthless real estate. Ruthless replay. Scott sets it up, deflected. Oh, he does retain possession. Beautiful play. Takes his time, he goes for still puck, and he gets it on still puck. That's what they call it when the player makes the puck stop completely before shooting it. So see how Scott's like basically stopping it dead center, or not dead center, but stopping the puck, and he gets another point on that.
Another one. Jeez.
Is that the secret to Matt's defense?
It's the reverse cut. He always falls to the reverse cut. Oh, and that stop.
That was a beautiful cut attempt, and Scott blocked it. A fantastic block. Oh, Matt goes for the rush and gets possession, and then immediately loses it. Scott's going for that stop play again. Ooh, it's deflected.
Alright, I think I got everything.
Oh, that was an over.
Situated. That was over the line or over?
It was over, but Matt hit it back.
Okay.
Scott gets possession, sets it up, and it's blocked.
Nice charge from Matt. This game is just
He's going for the
super
side, and then he gets it
close
again.
Again with the cross.
That is that same shot. Scott's stopping. He's found the Achilles heel to Matt's defense.
Oh,
Matt loses possession again. This could be game 3 for Scott if he's able to pull off the next few points.
He's trying to do that shot again.
Oh, he goes!
Oh,
no! He got Matt to charge out way ahead of time, and then he goes for a bank. Matt was out way prematurely, and Scott punished him for that. Scott's trying again.
Don't charge.
Oh, Scott loses possession because Matt stayed in place. You see that? Then Scott gets it back. This could be Scott's chance.
This is like
Scott's setting
very
it up. He goes to
tactical
stop.
shot.
Oh, he gets it. Oh, he gets it back again. He has so much possession time this game, and that makes the other player so antsy. In this case, Matt
is just full of anxiety right now. Look at his mouth shake. And
he goes for the rush, and but doesn't keep it. You know, it's like that doesn't give him too much when he successfully charges. Oh, but he gets it back.
He gets possession.
Okay.
He gets possession.
What's he gonna do with this possession right now? He goes for the
He
cross,
goes for the
and he
cross.
gets it. 4-5 now. I see Bridget, you in the commentary. Thank you for saying that. We try very hard for commentary. If you ever want to help us out, let us know. Matt goes for the right
Matt
wall.
is
sets
just
it up.
Trying to
Goes for the cross, sets it up again. Goes
Just
for the
the
right wall over, tying up the game 5-5.
This is great, Nathan.
Oh, okay. So Scott's got it back now. Scott's went for a shot. It was missed. He goes for that still puck again. Goes for the cut side. It's missed.
You know, there was a discussion about still puck and drifting.
Oh, beautiful play.
This is game point for Scott.
He went.
This game
It's
point.
game point. Matt called a timeout while it was in Scott's goal, which is legal. Each player has 1 timeout per game, and the timeout counts for goes for 10 seconds. Scott does some timeout stretches.
This is getting my heart racing, Nathan. Oh my
I
goodness.
feel like all these games have been very close. But
well, they are.
But what's this?
Ranked under and
Okay, so
over one
but
another.
Matt's won 4-1 on the 7-6s or 3-1. So we'll see what goes. So
Well, let's see here. Our player tracker says it's 3-1, 7-6s. So
okay, so Matt
he
has
has
a
75%.
3-1 chance on this one.
Yep.
All right, here we go. But Scott has possession, so let's see what happens. He usually calls it when he has a puck. Scott goes for still puck.
He tries to
Goes for the shot. He loses possession. Matt takes possession.
Has the possession now. Let's see what he does.
Sets it up. Goes for the left wall. Loses possession. Scott sets it up now. Switches to his left
still
hand.
6-6,
and
guys.
flubs it. No, he bounced off the thing.
And then that left ball over does not connect through.
It was a
Matt
forced
gets
error on
possession
Scott's
back.
side. An unforced
A
error,
cut
actually.
shot from Matt does not get.
And Matt takes the win with the right wall under. 7-6. That
Matt
means
wins with the right wall under.
setting this up to now 2-2. 2 games apiece. It's now once again perfectly even. The next player to win 2 games takes this entire challenge match.
Oh my goodness, Nathan. This game could not be any more closer than it needs to be.
I don't know how to. I don't know what to say right there.
So an interesting metric is that we've had a 7-6 on each 4th game.
We've got stylists asking who won this. That game was won by Matt. It was 7-6. It was extremely close. Matt scored on Scott to put the game 6-6. Then Matt called a timeout while it was in Scott's goal. And then Scott lost possession. Matt gained possession and scored the goal on it. So it is now 2 games to 2 games, putting them back 100% even once again. So each player gets a 1-minute break in between games. They can also request a 2-minute one time once each set. So technically each player can request a 2-minute right now. Once again, thank you to our amazing sponsor, Ruth Kamichek. And we're going to pop into this next game here in a few seconds.
Looks like Scott's practicing on the table. Let's watch him practice. He's trying to get that shot in. Our match information board is blocking that. So he's trying to do a left wall over. Any predictions in the chat? Who will win? It's an even game still, 2-2. It's all about Titans again.
2, are you ready?
So game number 5 underway.
Game starts on my release.
Looks like Scott gets possession. Oh, and belly blocked by Matt, and it goes in for his goaltend. Looks like Scott flubbed that point in.
No, Matt had touched the puck and he just scored himself to show that it was a goaltending shot.
And that right wall under gets. Oh,
It's with that reaction time being 0.2, 0.3 seconds they have to have, it makes sense as to why
It looks like
air hockey players.
Charles said, AI predicts Scott wins.
Well, I mean, with that reaction time, it makes sense why air hockey players have to shave their arms to slow down, to keep that wind drag from happening.
Look at that
he stops it right
Look at
there.
That stop. I got that replay.
Matt with a double shot after stopping it dead onto his goal. Also, air hockey players don't actually shave their arms. That was a joke.
I shaved my arm.
I might just to get that wind speed down. The drag.
Why don't you wear an arm sleeve?
I would if they made them look to where they had muscles on them. That wouldn't be great.
They do.
Okay, I want one that looks like it has muscles.
I think you just need to work out, Nathan. Oh, and around the mallet from.
It's such an unfortunate block. Ooh, and Matt gets it back right away. Once it's shot because Matt blocked it, but because it touched the side, it goes in.
It was such a great shot. Scott dropped the puck because he was just trembling in fear.
Oh no, Scott loses possession of it. It's Matt is up 3-2 and has possession. This is not putting Scott in a good spot right now.
Matt
and he gets
is
the
just
point.
on fire. Look at his fire on the sleeves. He is burning this house up.
It's true.
Now. Oh, the rim out from Scott.
It's such a disappointment when you get that puck in and it pops
Moms
out.
are smarter than AI, Charlie.
4-2 right now.
And
Oh
Scott
no! Scott loses
the
possession again at 4-2. He can't afford to do that right now. Matt sets it up. Goes for the cut. It's missed.
This game is just like...
He goes for the over with a beautiful shot, but he missed it. Scott steals the possession, takes it, sets it up, goes left-handed, and gets the goal with the beautiful cross shot with his left hand cut. Actually, I believe
There's a cut
left-handed.
on
Yeah.
the left hand.
Matt's taking his second, leaves it in the goal, thinks about his life choices.
Why is he playing air hockey?
Sets it up. Yep. Question number 1. Matt's going for a barrage of shots,
my
and he
goodness.
loses possession, but gets it back. He's not setting it
A
up.
fury comes
And then
out
he loses
from
possession
Matt.
again after just
And
shot after
nothing comes
shot.
out of it.
And then
And-
gets punished for it with a beautiful right wall over from Scott, setting the game 4-4 now. Is Matt going to set it up? No, he doesn't, but he does get the point. 5-4.
Left wall under from that shot Matt Bentley just hit. And Scott goes up the still puck, just jungles it down.
But loses the possession. He had still puck going for him. It worked so well for him last
It wasn't
game.
even still puck, it was drifting over to the line.
Ooh, Scott steals possession with a
Scott
beautiful stop.
Will hit a right wall over, but it does not connect through. Switches out to his left hand. He's trying to do that cross again.
Ooh, Matt keeps
Oh,
possession
the
and gets the left wall over.
This is
It
game
is
point 4.
Game point 4, and if Matt gets this, he'll have 3 games. He'll only need 1 more game. Scott cannot lose this game right now. He calls a timeout.
Call. There's a lot of timeouts called from Matt.
It's always at 6 points.
He is hydrating.
Anticipation. Hey, Spec.
What?
I've got a joke for you.
Are you speechless?
How do you keep a chicken in suspense?
What?
I'll tell you tomorrow. Oh, here they go. 6
All right,
points.
I'll expect that joke tomorrow.
Back goes for the shot, goes for the straight down.
This forehand comes out from Scott.
Scott goes up
Transition
forehand
with-
and somehow gets a puck back.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Scott sets it up now, goes for still puck.
Matt is in a safe spot. He can lose at least 2 possessions.
He rushes
Nice
it,
charge.
but does not get anything for it. Scott still has possession, goes
Stay-
for the shot, goes for left-handed, goes for a
Our viewer
right
says,
wall.
stay calm indeed. They need to stay calm.
Matt
and
with
collected.
possession now. Oh, Scott steals it back instantly, goes for a left wall, a little bit of an obvious left wall, so Matt was able to block it. He's contorting his body now. Let's see if this pays off. Goes for still puck. Oh, he baits Matt,
the
but
time
it does
delay
not.
on that was beautiful, but
It
does
was.
not go through.
It does not. Matt now has possession.
Matt,
and
he almost hit that right wall over.
Matt with game point right now and possession, putting Scott in a really bad spot.
Oh, that cross was just a hair off and couldn't went in. Matt is just trying to get that puck in by any means necessary. And it's not going so well for him.
Scott now in possession. Goes for the right wall over. Putting the game 5-6 now. Matt once again contemplating why that worked. He starts talking to Scott. Matt pulls the puck out. Let's see if his mind games will work for him.
He's just telling him how
Matt
his
sets it up. Goes for a fake out. Goes for the right wall. Oh!
That was on the line.
Was it?
Yep. I was watching the puck.
Scott takes possession, goes to the right wall, almost scores on himself, but he regains, gets control, goes to the right wall under,
man.
loses possession. Matt's now at that game point with possession, goes to the right wall,
Tries to do
mid,
right wall. Just hit a straight shot, Matt. Just hit a straight
wall
shot.
over, goes for the straight shot like
He
Specs
does
suggested
not.
and missed it. Scott now has possession. He can tie this up right now, 6-6.
Point. This is the last point Matt can lose.
Oh, it's 6-6 now. Matt doesn't have his timeout. Matt goes for it, loses possession.
Matt.
It's now Scott's chance. He goes for the right wall, loses possession. Matt has it.
Matt is thinking.
He sets it.
hits
Oh,
the
it's
puck
off of the table. Where's the replay? Let's see. I believe that goes to Scott. Scott calls a timeout.
That was a good timeout because we hit a replay.
It was. Whew. My throat can't handle this.
My soda's out, so I need a refill.
Spec, do you happen to have a throat lozenge?
Nope. I just lubricated mine.
You know, I'm not supposed to be yelling all the time.
Is it bad for your ribs?
It's bad for everything. All right, they set up. It's now 6-6. Remember, Matt's won 4
Matt
to 1
needs
of
to
these.
catch this puck, or else he loses this.
Is Scott
game.
gonna set up? Is Scott gonna get this and set the game up 3-2?
He blocks it.
He loses possession. Matt gets it back.
Matt will set it up.
This game is so pivotal too because whoever gets this will be only 1 game away from winning.
Tries to do the right wall over. No, doesn't work out for him.
Matt sets it up.
Needs to reset.
Goes for another
pump.
shot. He keeps possession though.
What are they talking?
I have no idea what they're talking about right now, but they're talking about something. I don't know.
I think they're talking about sweat.
I think there's a sweat on the table. Can we get a slow motion replay of the sweat hitting the table?
A little puddle has formed on the table here. There.
For anybody wondering, that is isopropyl alcohol, 93%. And the reason why is because it 91 it evaporates really fast, so it doesn't seep into the.
Why isn't he wiping? He
port.
just sprayed it on there. Oh, they don't have a towel.
I'll go. I got this.
Oh man, this is not the game for it. They already have a towel. They said there's something on the table. We are professionals here, so professionals have a clean table, right?
All right, here we go. You have to, otherwise it's gonna put a lot of drag on the puck. All right,
Matt's
6-6.
possession. The puck is back in play.
All right, get your hearts back to beating 1,000 miles per hour. That's the metric I want to know. Matt goes to the right wall. Goes for it. He loses possession. Scott's shot once again. Let's see if he can take this win. Scott goes for left wall, loses possession after 1 shot. Matt sets it up, he's taking his time, goes for a pump fake, loses possession, and Scott gets it on a transition shot.
This has been the longest 6-6 point ever.
Matt loses
and he loses possession too.
Okay, obviously
Everybody
there's a lot of nerves at play obviously happening right now. Matt goes for that straight shot, goes for the right wall, both deflected, goes for the ball under, and gets the point!
Oh my goodness! That was the most
Beautiful
tense game
shot.
I've ever
Look at this
seen.
with his right hand, and he cuts it again. He doesn't even hit it directly. He slices the puck. You can see Scott's disappointment. Such an amazingly close game. It is now 1 game away from Matt to win this entire challenge match. Scott still has 2 games to climb to win this one. I don't know if I'll be able to even talk after today. We've got a lot of comments in chat right now. I see, we see Charles. He's saying that Hal 9000 calculates that Scott wins. And also,
that reference?
And also locks Dave out of the spaceship. Davey. This is an amazing game. I like I said, I don't think my cardiologist is gonna like this very much. You know, when they say, "Hey, what's causing your heart to race?" They don't really believe you when you say air hockey.
Do you have high blood pressure, Nathan?
I will after this game.
After this game, me too. Man, what a great game that was. But now, we still have at least 2 more games to go. Or 1 more, if Matt wins.
Possible match game.
And Nathan says possible match game. Let's see how true that is.
Starts on my release.
Matt gets the first possession. Great block from Scott. Scott will answer back with a possession. Nice. Oh man, Matt is just not getting that puck back. Timeout call on the Scott side.
I don't know what he just said. Oh,
Scott is just pooling over there. He's.
It happens a lot. You know, there's so many players that will say, like, why are you wearing a headband? And I say, well, it's because this game requires a lot of motion, and therefore a lot of sweat happens. And when sweat drops on the table, and it gets in between the puck and the table, it will slow the puck down massively, and your mallet as well. Our mallets are very slick. They slide right off the table, but if there's water on the table, it drags it down.
All right. The game is back in play. No one has got the first point yet.
Who? Oh, I was gonna
Mat
say who does
Bentley.
hell say is gonna get the first point, but Matt gets first blood again. Ooh.
Oh man.
Point scored by Scott. I hear Matt's ringtone going off.
Matt's phone is going off.
That means it's time for his kids' bedtime. He told me when that
Not a great time
when
for
that
the phone
timer
to go
goes off, it means it's his kids' bedtime. Xander, if you're watching this, go to bed.
He can't. He's rooting for his father to win.
Right wall over again. That's so. You were asking me shot of the day, shot of the week. Who's gonna get more of those? Ooh, Scott's got that still puck cut shot down pat. If he did that more often, I think he would have these games down. Matt
that was a
tries to
great
duplicate
stop
it,
from Scott.
but instantly stopped. Scott sets it up, goes for still puck again. Matt charges
nice
and
charge.
gets possession from it.
Well,
We
let's
need to
see.
start tracking successful charges. Let's see, shot of the week. Matt has 20 compared to Scott's 14 right wall overs. Ooh, another
Nice
still
cut.
puck cut. And then
Another
a right
right
wall
wall
over from Matt.
That brings up to 21 right wall
Matt
overs.
is 4 points away from shutting this challenge match down. Scott is 4 points away plus
Xander
1
got
game.
you. Xander got you. It means 15 minutes till bed.
It does mean 15 minutes. So go to bed in 15 minutes.
So you
Matt
need to
rushes, gets possession, pulls it back, goes to the left wall under.
3-3 now.
Matt's only 3
3 to
points
4.
away from taking this challenge match. Gets possession back again.
This might be the game, and Xander might be able to go to sleep on time.
Scott cannot afford to lose this game. He's got way too many fans. There it is.
Scott with the right wall over.
Right wall over, bringing the game tied up 4-4. Matt with a fake out. Matt sets it up. Goes for a dead center shot. Blocked. Scott takes possession. And goes to the right wall over. Scott's now in the lead in this game. If he can pull this off, it will go into the final game, Game 7.
Scott trying for that right wall over
Ooh,
again.
Matt gets the right wall over 5-5 now.
my
Matt is
goodness.
2 points away from closing out this entire game. Scott goes for still puck, keeps possession.
That right wall over was perfect though.
Oh
Around
no!
the mallet.
Matt goes for a rush and hits the puck. It's now
Oh, no.
It's now game point.
Will
to
this
5.
be another game point?
It will be if. Oh no!
No!
Matt scores on himself. It is 7-5. It now goes to the last game possible. They've drawn this out. What was it? 7. It was 6 games the first set, 7 games the second set, and now again 7 games in this last set. Hal might be right. Matt cannot afford to score on himself like that, and it was an unforced error. Scott had nothing to do with that goal that Matt scored on himself.
Man, we did not expect the last
I'm
game.
gonna take my 10 minutes.
Your 2 minutes?
I need my 2 minutes.
You heard it from him first, folks. From the horse's mouth.
What a game this is, Nathan. What a game. We did not expect the game to go like this.
Well, there's nothing worse than scoring on yourself. I mean, and Matt has done that. It wasn't even just in that game. There was a game in the first set where he got a penalty shot because he blocked it with his body, right? And so he's given the game to Scott multiple times now.
Is it because he's a nice person?
I think that Matt is a nice person. Is that why he's giving the games? Definitely not.
Charles says, Matt, HAL 9000 is calling. He's bringing you outside.
Oh, Bridget with cry emoji / horrified emoji. Once again, guys, thanks for your support. These players love to see your support in there. So thank you for throwing that support in there. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That does us a huge favor. Our sponsors love to see more subscribers, so thank you for helping us get subscribers. And also, Xander, go to bed.
It's not even been 15 minutes.
Go to bed in 15 minus 4 minutes. This game is almost about to take on. I don't know who's gonna win this. I don't even know what to say at this point. It's been so close. It's as tight as it could possibly be. It's in the. I mean, so Matt won. No. Scott won in 4 games in the first set compared to Matt's 2. So technically, right now, Scott is in the lead with more games won. No, then Matt took it 4 games to 3. So technically, Scott is ahead 1 game overall to Matt. So by the stats, technically, Scott's gonna win this. But by points, I think that Matt has scored more points.
No, Scott hasn't scored more points.
So Scott scored more games and more points, meaning that this game could very easily go to Scott right now. All right, I'm gonna pop out there, get this game started, and watch my heart fly out.
We're all putting our hearts on the table here, and my blood pressure is rising and rising as this game goes on and on. But it'll end soon. Hopefully, it'll end soon. But there can only be one winner.
Good luck, Scott. Match game, no matter what.
The bumping of the mallets, the player tracker,
Game starts on my release.
and Scott gets possession. Scott with a flurry of shots this time. Oh, that was over. That was over. What did you call it? Scott. It's fine now. But yeah.
Matt with possession, 0-0 in the last game possible. These guys have dragged it out. It would only be, all you need is 4 wins to win a set. And these guys each have 3.
Oh,
Matt with
man.
first blood. Scott goes for the right wall, keeps possession, goes for still puck. Oh, baits Matt out, but misses the shot.
Stop
Scott for the
charging,
left
Matt.
wall. It's now 1-1 in the last game. Scott steals possession, sets it up, goes for the left wall. It goes through Matt's body on that one. You can hear it.
Matt needs to stop charging. He can't charge on the last game here.
I think that a lot of the viewers would say that Scott needs to keep charging so Scott can win this. That Matt needs to keep charging. Oh, Matt loses it, flubs it. Bad timing to lose possession. Scott. Oh, Scott loses possession.
He just gave it back to him like a little
Is
gentleman.
Scott a nice guy, Spec? What would you say?
Oh man.
Ooh, right down the middle. Oh, no!
Look at this replay.
No, Scott scores on himself. I don't know if that makes up for the 2 times that Matt has at the 6th point, but that could mean this game right here.
It's
Remember?
called payback.
Beautiful transition shot from Scott there.
Who's
now
gonna
2
pull
to
the rabbit
3.
out of the hat, Nathan?
This is air hockey. What are you talking about?
Who's gonna pull the puck out of the goal?
There's no magicians in this sport. I'm kidding. There actually really is, and both of them are
Well,
very
who's
good at
gonna
doing
put
that.
the cat in the bag?
Who's gonna put the cat in the bag? Scott's nickname is the Alley Cat, and I think the Belgian Bull is the only one that can put the cat in the bag.
Belgian Bull
Oh!
always charges, Nathan. That's why he
4-2.
charges.
Even with Scott giving Matt a point, technically right now would be 4-1, but it's 4-2. Oh,
And
Matt!
the left wall over. Slips right into Scott's goal, and Scott takes a step back, breathes a little, takes that puck out, sets it back up.
Goes for still puck.
Center
Goes
of
for
the
the left
table.
wall. Oh, Matt charges again and suffers the consequences. Scott's 2 points away from taking everything.
Scott is just 3 points away from winning this whole challenge match. 2 points away.
Oh, Matt scores on
1 point
himself
away, actually.
at nearly the worst moment possible.
Is this the end for Matt, Nathan?
I certainly hope not.
Yeah,
Because this would be
doesn't
such a
seem like
bad
it.
end to a game.
Right while over.
No one wants to see someone scoring himself for the last point, so I hope this gets to 6-6. Then I don't care who wins.
Hey, let's see
Scott
if
sets it up.
Scott,
Does Scott win it? No, he loses possession. Matt
that
takes it.
almost went in.
Matt goes for the right wall over. Sets it up, goes for the left wall over, and makes it. It's now 5-6. Match point Scott. Matt steals possession. Goes for the left wall and goes for a transition. Keeps possession.
I never told Matt to make it interesting. I just told him to win.
Scott steals possession. Match point. This could be it. He could win the whole match right here. Sets it up. Goes for still puck. Keeps it to the left side. Left-handed. Goes for the shot.
Oh,
deflected.
loses the puck.
Keeps possession.
Do not charge, Matt. I believe in you. Do not charge. Oh.
Matt steals possession. Sets it up. Goes for the left wall. Loses possession.
I'm like
Scott takes it back.
myself right now, Nathan.
My heart is hurting. Matt almost scores on himself.
no.
Gets possession though. Sets it up. Goes for the cross. Misses. Goes for the right wall. Misses. Loses possession. Scott takes it. Goes for the right wall.
Scott is
He keeps
just
it
on
though.
the
He
nerves.
goes. Loses
Scott
possession.
gets
Matt takes it. Sets it up. Goes for the cut. It
the
bounces
rim
out.
from
Scott breathes.
Matt.
Switches to his left hand. And wins the game 7-5. Scott takes it. Takes Matt's rank, world and state rank. Woo! I hear them right now congratulating each other, saying good game, good game. Oh man, Matt had that game and gave him what, 2 or 3 points? Scott also gave him a point. I mean, after that, what was that, 7-6, the game right before that, and Matt just really flubbed it. Let's go to the couch. Also, it's now what is it? Now it's 20 minutes before Xander's bedtime? I don't even know. Xander, go to bed. All right, we're going to switch over to the couch. And I would love to see some comments. Throw some questions in there, and I will read them out aloud. This is your chance to ask the
No,
the
it's only
players'
been
questions.
10 minutes.
It's only been 10 minutes. Oh, it's
8:31 that message was
but it's
sent.
15. That means he only has 4 minutes. All right, we'll see you on the couch. The one right over there.
It turned out to be a really good show for the audience. Yeah, the nail.
All right, guys, hit the couch.
So what world rank is that now? 83, 84?
I will have to look it up. I believe it's 83.
That's hardcore, man.
It was really close. I'm like shaking. Man, that last game, like he really had you the game before, right? No, I mean you got him 7-5 the game before, but that last one, it's like Matt was, on a rampage. Then you scored on yourself, and then you did. And then
That was so crazy.
I don't even know.
That was insane.
I don't even know what to say. I will say
was
that
insane, man.
I'm assuming Matt's not feeling too good
That
about
was
that.
no. Listen, that was an earned victory. I mean, what can I say? It's not like he stole it.
I don't think he stole it, no. I think that Scott did really, really well. I think that he learned that stopping the puck gives him a massive advantage. He was using still puck against you, and it started working because you would wait, dive out, and then you'd leave your goal wide open. You were still charging. You were still charged. You was charged so much.
I am so glad.
That's because until
did the
today,
4-6-6.
it was a thing that worked against Scott, and then today it wasn't working. So
Gotta adjust, man. You gotta adjust, Scott. You adjusted. You were like, okay, learning to stop that puck and learning that was working. You were hitting it in transition, but Matt was getting a lot of possessions, but stopping it was working for you. Yep. I'm looking for questions right now. There's not a lot of questions. There's a whole lot of proud of you, congratulations. We've got AJ saying woot. We got people saying fantastic game. We got great games in here. We got people saying that Neil's battery died. Neil, get your battery fixed. Okay, man? You're really crunching our style here. Man, this chat is, look at this chat for a second. Look how far this goes back, and it just keeps on going. It's pretty awesome.
Thanks for being here, everybody. That was awesome.
Yeah. So fans, what questions do you have for these players? And while you're posting your questions, Scott, what was your feel of that game? That second, after Matt beat you the second set, how were you feeling going into the third one, and what turned that around?
Well, in the third one, I was just like, I have to keep my headspace in that balanced zone. I've just got to focus on technique, keep really calm and relaxed, and just, that's pretty much it. And just basically stick with what I know works, and I had to pre-plan what I was going to do before I did it every single shot. I was all right, I'm going to do this whole setup before it even happened. Okay, next thing, this whole setup. So I pre-planned the whole setup before every shot, and that worked really well, basically.
Yep.
Instead of just doing it on the table.
That's really what they say when they say set it up. They don't just mean stop and take
Yeah.
your time. They mean set the other player up, set
Right.
them up for some failure by getting them to be tricked by a shot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Spec said it in the last game. He said, "Who's going to pull the rabbit out of the hat?" And it's like, well, that actually is pretty relevant. Who's gonna pull out the magic trick and trick the other person. Matt, what are you gonna do different next time you go up against Scott?
Nothing.
Nothing different.
It was working.
It was working.
Well, that's good
I
news.
just need one more set.
Now I know what I'm up against. There we go.
What's that?
Now I know what he's going to be doing, so that's useful.
I know. What did Matt say? You said one more set. You think you would have had it if you had another set? All right.
Maybe. Possibly.
I mean, I wasn't sure if you would have. I mean, Sam even popped in and we're like, "Oh man, Sam's the guy that you had 2 sets on him, and then
yeah.
he pulled up the next 3 in a row."
Right.
And so it's like, what's going to happen after this one? Matt won the second one. Is he going to win the third one? And you guys had to just draw it out to the last dang game. Spaghetti's been on the counter waiting for me this whole time.
There's definitely going to be a rematch soon coming up. Sure of it.
Well, I don't think so because next week I'm gonna take like 60
Oh,
something.
now
in
it's
the
time
world.
for Xander to go to bed.
And Liam and
Oh, really? 60? That's cool.
So
Specs rank.
Charles had said that he used AI to see who was going to win this game. Right after you guys' second set, I believe, and it predicted that Scott was going to win. And
What did he put input?
That's friendly AI.
I think he just asked the AI who was going to
Use this
win
more
and said
often.
Scott. So Scott won. So far AI 100%.
Did he spell my name
I
correctly?
thought he was joking about
Does the
that.
AI know that I'm #1 in Belgium?
I thought he was joking about the AI, but knowing him, he might be serious about it.
Jerry says, "LOL, so much sweat on that couch." We're going to need to put some sort of tarp on this thing.
I'm not sweating. My head is like completely dry.
Oh, I don't know if I want to read this next one. Ariel says, "Why did you lose to a silly goober?" Oh,
A goofy goober.
I've heard that term. What is that term even
It's like a
referring to? I've
SpongeBob
heard.
reference.
Oh, okay.
goober. Yeah, it's like
I don't know,
goofball.
that's
Yeah. A lot of people saying great game.
It was a great game.
Yeah.
It was fun, man.
Oh man. Okay, so we have some brand new pucks that were made by
Hit
the yeah.
The mallet did to my finger. It's just burning
God.
through my finger.
That's insane.
It looks pretty bad. You should show that to the camera.
I don't think I should.
Actually, I think
My
we
middle
lost our camera feed. It looks like we're showing a different thing entirely. We're just seeing me over in the distance and Tim. Hi Tim. Everyone's looking at your butt. All right, so in a second here we're gonna go over back to the table, and because we've got these brand new pucks that have been made, we'd love to see you guys play a game with the brand new pucks. We've got the whole community interested in seeing these new pucks in action. New pucks haven't been made for air hockey in quite a long time, and so these are much lighter. They are much faster, it seems like, because of how light. They're going to fly off the table a bit, but we're going to see how they do.
Hold the table just about as good as the regular.
Really?
puck.
Okay, well, let's dive in. Let's show
I would
everybody
say
what these new pucks look
They
like.
fly off just as much as a regular puck.
Are we still? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So why don't you guys pop over here, and we'll
Yeah.
have one game on the main table,
Sounds good.
and we'll see what it's like. This game doesn't count for anything. This is just to test out the new pucks, and I'll show that everybody what these pucks look like. Normal puck, new puck.
Do over.
Yeah, if Matt wins this, does he win?
Nope.
Right? That ship has sailed.
I'll hold it for on. Unofficial draw if you win.
That's some drag to it without even starting. You gotta even if we need this is not the same thing.
Jack even said we don't have to sand it.
I don't even see anything coming off on the loose. Okay. Alright. New puck. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Game starts on my release. Woo! With the forehand again! We've got our bonus game happening right now. This game does not count for anything. This is simply just seeing using the brand new puck. So for anybody watching right now, this is just in a bonus game testing our brand new pucks that have been made by the AAHL and Spec, who has
gotten contracted work to get these pucks made from different types of plastic. So we're testing them out to see if we can find something that works a little better than what we currently have. Nothing wrong with what we currently have. Ooh, that was such a fast left wall. That held pretty dang well, I think. Look how fast that went. See, this is now what I want to see here. We need to have Charles do some math on this one to see if this puck is actually moving at a faster speed compared to the other one. Oh, wow. It's 4-1 right now. Maybe Matt should have used this puck all along. Matt sets it up, goes for the, oh, look how fast that moves. It's so light.
I told you.
But it hasn't fallen off the table at all. I'm actually really impressed with how well it stayed on the table.
This puck costs $50 to make,
50 bucks a puck. 50 bucks a puck.
If anybody wants to buy one, let me know.
I'm gonna call it the big buck puck. It just sounds so different. It doesn't bounce off the mallet the same. I don't know if I like that or hate that. It seems like it gives you more time. Ooh! It seems like it gives you more time to react after it bounces off your mallet. It doesn't have it doesn't bounce the same. I don't know if that's good or bad. Ooh, Matt steals it. Beautiful steal. Oh, and it flubbed in over the goal or over his mallet.
And when it gets warped, you can just sand it and it plays just the same.
I'm gonna have these guys tell us about the puck after this game so that the whole community can hear it from the horse's mouth.
Look how fast he's hitting it. It's not even flying off.
But then he scored it on himself. You know what? Oh, no, he didn't. He just touched it. I'm gonna take that point back. No goal. Only sadness. Ooh, beautiful left wall attempt. It has such a different sound. All right, fans, you're listening to this. What do you guys think? You would like the quiet? Is this? Oh, it did fly off. That was a pretty good fly off. This is our Q&A, our testing.
I think
right
that would
now.
fly off with any puck, honestly.
I believe so. Well, no, it didn't fly 2 minutes. Ooh,
Look at that! Look at that!
It even
You
stayed
can
on the
charge
table with a
it,
charge.
too.
Pump fake, off goal.
Maybe we should have played with this puck all along.
I would like to, but I feel like I wouldn't put my rank up for it yet until I have some testing on it. But I think that this is a pretty sweet puck.
We'll play a game with it.
This is now all quality testing to see how this thing does. I love that we are trying out new materials. It's so exciting to see the growth that's happening. Ooh. Scott taking it very seriously
Matt's
now.
winning with the puck right now.
I know, he's going to wish that he had played with this puck all along. It just goes so... Oh, I thought that went in the goal. That was too fast to even see. Oh, they said it went way too far. Apparently it takes flight.
It got lifted and just flew off.
See, it doesn't even stop. It didn't even take a warp.
If you hit a person, it just goes right through them. Keeps going. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's hitting it too hard. That would happen to him.
I don't know. That's the point of test. This is why we have these tests, as the Grinch said.
Or just sand it.
Nope. Yeah, they're saying you can hear them. They're talking about how light it feels. It feels like they're hitting a feather, as they said, because this puck weighs what, half the weight of a regular puck? Half the weight of a regular puck. That's why we put tape on both sides to weigh it down a little bit, just
Now
to
it
give the same
weighs like
feel.
30%.
But the question now is it bad that it's lightweight? Is that good?
No.
Who knows? I like that idea that we get to just try whatever. I don't think Scott likes the new puck. I bet you he's gonna have a lot of negative things to say. And Matt's gonna say he loves it just because he's gotten all these points. Except he's gone off the table a lot. Let's see if he get the last point. Goes for the left wall over, misses. So it is a different sound. Bridget, what do you think? Better sound, worse sound, or just different sound? And there's no wrong answers to this. Would love your opinion. Oh, I can turn up the table to hear what it sounds like too. Here you go.
Cause it's just so quiet now.
It's very plasticky sounding instead of so a normal puck, by the way, is made out of Lexan, which is basically a fiberglass plastic mixture, and this one is made out of what was it, Spec? What's this puck made out of?
Ultra high molecular weight plastic.
Ultra high molecular weight plastic.
They use it for like off-roading stuff, as Alex said.
Like skids and such. And Matt takes it 7-5. All right. Well, let's scooch to the couch one more time and we'll ask them real quick. Go ahead and switch. All right, guys, to the couch really fast and say what you think about the pucks.
So,
down to it.
Yeah, my opinion on that one is it feels like way too light, and it just doesn't seem to respond to strikes properly for whatever reason. I don't know why. It seems like and it slows down when it hits the walls. It seems like too.
Lose a lot of energy. It's new, and things that are new are weird.
Yeah.
So do you guys like it or dislike it?
The only thing I
Not a huge
don't
fan of
like
it,
is
yeah.
when you put a little zip on it, it gets lift and it takes off.
Yeah.
It just sails
not a
right
huge
out
fan.
there.
It sounds a lot different. You guys like the sound?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm indifferent to the sound either way, really. But
it reminds me of those mallets you buy from Amazon. It goes tink, 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 tink.
it just feels like a random piece
but
of
like a
plastic.
muted version of that.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. All right.
How much do those pucks cost?
That one cost $50.
The
$50
one
a puck.
$50.
And we call it the big buck puck.
Holy cow.
The big buck puck.
Yeah. Whoa.
insane.
Whoa. Kids show. We're gonna keep it PG. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for throwing in the comments. Thank you for supporting us. We hope that you have an amazing night. Thanks for tuning in to American Air Hockey League. Have a good night.
Thanks a ton.
Watch us next week while I decimate Spec.
Victory. Alley Cat Squad unite.